All right, we are back, huh? We're back at the 9 Club, everybody. Today, we have two very special
Special
returning guests. Bryan Herman is putting his phone on silent. And John Dilo. Lorenzo is on the program, bro. How are you guys, dude? John Dilo, welcome back.
Dude, yeah, we're both returning back. I'm all good. How are you guys?
Dude, great. Doing great, dude. Bryan Herman.
Yeah, thanks for having us. It's exciting.
Thanks for
Right before the show, I had to
Yeah,
stop the whole presses because we were just talking about we had just had a live show the other night, and we watched your Baker 3 part. Man,
It's good.
so good.
It was a treat.
Thank you guys.
Do you ever
Wow.
pop that in? You ever pop that in and just have a little reminiscing?
No, I do
Party?
watch Baker 3 for sure.
Really?
Baker 3 is a good one.
Yeah.
Baker. I mean, there's a lot of good skating in there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. When you were Baker 3, I mean, let's just talk about it really quickly because, I mean, you've been in all the monumental videos. We were just talking about also lighting up Wilshire 15,
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about how sometimes everybody would, pay off the security guards or buy
Right.
them dinner or
Yeah.
more or less
That's
not.
a cool one. Buy him dinner. Like, hey, you want to go to dinner?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Take you out to get some steak later. You
But-
really get to
An
know the
option.
security guard then.
that's right.
Yeah. That was a good one.
What was it like skating at night there, like the the Wilshire 15? Like, were you guys skating there all night? Was it all night
I think
affairs?
I think if you went after 12, you had more luck with it.
Okay.
Yeah, that session for the tray flip was well into the morning, early morning.
Really?
Yeah, it was like 2:30ish, I think, by the time we started skating.
Okay.
With
Yeah.
other people too? It was like a bunch of you guys or just like...
No, it was I was hanging out with Dustin Dolan and we were just having some beers, and then he had asked me when I was going to go back and do that because I had tried it and they got a photo of it, and I always hated when they would post a photo that you didn't land something. I mean, there was people out there that would just go get a poser photo and be like,
dang.
hey, here you go, post that. It's like, no, you have to land it, right?
Right.
So however they did that to me, and so I had to go back and do it. no
Whoa,
matter
whoa,
what.
whoa.
That's the setup.
Did you say you were drinking beers and went and did that?
Yeah.
You were drinking beers and you tray
Bro, this is
flipped.
Baker 3, dude. You don't know who you're
let's be
talking
honest.
to,
I
Kelly.
had a long period of break in between. It wasn't like let's get drunk the whole night and then go show up at Wilshire.
But I picture Wilshire 15. You're lighting it up. I feel like people are drinking and smoking weed there all night.
Yeah, we had all the buds across the
See?
street.
Yeah.
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 They were all there chilling.
Exactly.
They
right?
were loving it.
And so you went back, and how many tries did it take you? 2:30 in the morning.
I don't
That's
know.
so
There was
crazy.
a Beagle tapes on it, but it was kind of crazy because we got there and it was a little bit windy. And so Beagle busted out his lights, and one of them fell and it broke, like shattered from the wind. He got it up there and then the wind blew it over.
Right.
So he's like, Herm, I'm so sorry. He's like, there's only 2 lights.
And you're like, that's all I need.
There's going to be no light on the roll up.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like, I can get the whole rest of it, but there would be no light on the roll up. I was like, it's already got some lights up here. It's not too bad,
So it didn't affect you.
No, I wasn't really worried about it. All I kept thinking the whole time was like, damn, I have to fucking do this 360 flip down the 15.
Because it's already been published.
I'm not really worried. I was like, it could have been raining and all this shit. I probably would have been like, nope, I have to do it because we're here,
Was there any other instances? Because that did happen quite often. They would run a photo.
I know it would happen very often,
Yeah.
but I was not really. I think that might have been one of the only times that it happened.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't put yourself in that situation.
And then I was
too
like,
many times.
I was like, guys, look, I can't leave here because they might randomly, but you know how it is. Crunch time comes in and they're like, ad needs to be put in by 5 p.m. not tonight, or else we got no ad in the magazine. So I'm sure that's probably how that one went.
Right.
And actually, I take it back. I don't even think they ran it in an ad at first. They did
Maybe it's like
a big massive. The first time I had found out about it, they did a big, huge poster at the trade show.
Oh,
You know how you
wow.
walk in and you see all the posters outside, and I walk up, I'm like, what? I was like, guys, I didn't even land that.
Yeah,
I was like,
right.
I literally, I think I tried it that night one time. Lance Dawes got a photo. No, maybe it wasn't Lance Dawes. I don't know who got the first photo, actually. There was 2 different photographers. I know Lance was there, I think, on the second one.
Damn, two different photographers, kind of gnarly, dude.
Well, the first time I was there, it was a different photographer, and I only tried it one time.
But like, when you normally go back with the same dude,
Well, I guess I should have. Right?
Sometimes.
kind of like.
Well, it seems like the first dude already ran the photo.
And
so.
he probably was sleeping. It was like, it was late at night. It was like 2:30 in the morning, like I was saying,
Yeah.
So
Oh, you had no idea this was gonna they were gonna run that photo anyway.
Spontaneous.
Yeah.
I had no idea they were going to run that photo.
Yeah.
No, I had no idea. So, and then I think I have an old school folder that old school folder, and that's on the back of it.
Wow.
The 3 flips. So I'm like, wow, you guys went pretty far with it. People are in school like, man, I can't wait to see that 360 flip one day.
In a video.
And it's not even.
The pressure was
been
on,
done.
bro.
I'll
It
tell
was
you
on.
the
Yeah,
one that
for
you
sure.
did was so good, though. Man, you
Thank
caught
you.
that thing, and it was, Wilshire 15, it's not small. That thing is,
For a 15, it's kind of small.
I mean, that
yeah.
thing's pretty
I'm gonna be
big,
honest
though.
with you. It's a
I've
perfect 15.
yeah.
I could take you to some 15s that I probably for sure couldn't 360 flip.
I mean, I'm sure there are, but it was good.
And no offense
It's
to
good
Wilshire,
trade.
everybody
Yeah,
hates
yeah.
it. We
Well-
all know, but that is a perfect 15 stare.
Right.
What were the sessions like back then? Would you normally skate it by yourself, or would you be like a group of dudes?
The 10 weed session with people all the time, but the 15 is usually like strictly to business,
Yeah.
And,
But
I remember I would I wouldn't go up to the window. You know how there's the 2 sections. You got kind of a block, but if you want to go to where the window is because it gives you more runway.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just throwing down from the.
How far is that run up from that thing to the 15? You
I
think?
don't know, but it kind of you could see it there.
Oh,
I
okay.
know that, like maybe the viewers can't see it, but
No, they can see it.
yeah. So there's a good amount there, but yeah, I don't know. I just kind of threw my board down from there, and so you could kind of judge it off that. It's more of a steep set of stairs, so you don't need that much speed to.
There's Lance Dawes.
It's the drop.
Yep, see, there's Dawes.
Yeah.
Oh, so is this the first time you went to try it?
This is my second time around.
Oh.
This is the 2:30
This is the one
in the
you made
morning,
it, right?
yeah. And Dustin's up there filming the second angle up on the ledge up top.
Okay.
Wow.
Didn't
That's
you,
so funny,
didn't you go and
man.
try another trick after? Or was
And
that?
I went to try to. I went to Staples Center 18 after this.
Oh, you did. You were a juice, Tom.
Fired up. I was like, if I just 360 with fucking 15 stairs, I was like, I could probably easily kick up with 18.
Oh
Dude,
my
Did
god.
you
that's
try?
So sick.
Oh, so you.
I went there to try to kick flip it, and then I think I got there, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try to 180 it. And they're all. I was like, I'm gonna ollie it first, and then I just got smoked on all of the ollies. And then I realized I was all, fuck. If I just ollied that thing, then I would have been stoked,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it didn't need to 180 it.
I feel like I
kick
remember
flip
you
it.
telling me this story before this came out, where you're like, dude, after that I skated the what is
Just
it, a
so
19
juiced
or something
on-
at Staples Center? I was like, what?
Yeah, I think it's
so
8. I think it was 18. I don't know what it is, but yeah, that right there, sticking it, it's going down already.
Right.
It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
all right, we're good. We're chilling.
And we were also talking
love it.
too about the video part as well, because like you had multiple hard flips, right? You hard flipped a double set, hard flipped the gap, hard flipped the Macba 4.
Safe to say I like hard flips.
Right. But I
They're good
think,
though.
But I think like as time went on, people got more, oh, well, I already have a hard flip. I have this. But I thought back then you were probably just skating. You weren't even counting the hard flips you did. You were just skating.
Yeah, it's like the kid mentality. When we were younger, we would go to spots and we'd do every single trick you possibly could. All of us, we'd all do as many tricks as possible. And it's like I don't even care
It's
about.
like you're rifling off the hard flip, then
Oh,
you're
yeah.
trying the tray flip.
Well, if you're
then
gonna do
trying,
anything
the
on it,
switch
why don't you
frontside
just start
flip.
with your basics,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Right.
like,
Just start with your basics.
well, you did. What did you do at the Macba 4 block? It was like hard flip, but
Oh.
then you did nollie.
No,
Yeah,
they
so
were-
that was the cool thing about Macba though, because that's a just straight drop.
Yeah. it's
And
nice.
so there's like the 5 or the 4 stair or 5 stair after you did the ollie over manual or whatever.
Where I did?
Switch flip over to manual. Yeah,
On the
Macba.
plaza section?
So on the plaza section,
Yeah.
there down there's that 4 stair or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I was trying to learn nollie over heel flips on that,
Oh.
and I couldn't get it to like float around and like come around, because I just kept landing sideways and slipping out, and
You were trying to learn it,
I was literally trying to learn it there. Yeah.
Wow.
and then you just went to the floor.
Yeah, so no, I
More
yeah.
hang time.
I told
more time you're in
I
there,
told
you got more.
you and Bowen was like, I was like, hey, you and Bowman, he was like filming me, and he goes, he's like, you should just try it down the 4 block because it's got more height.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, yeah, because I was already wanted to film the 2 tricks with him. But I was just trying to learn the nollie inward heel. And then you see how much later it is in the day right there? Yeah, that was my first nollie inward heel I ever successfully landed.
You look like you handled
Ever
that.
down a set of stairs.
Oh, I've gone stairs. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude.
No, I was able to kind of flip them on the flat and stuff, you know?
But did that, I mean, that kind of came your trick after a while.
Oh, I got psyched on that
Yeah.
trick after that, yeah.
Doing over
Dude.
tables and shit.
Now this look on your face makes more sense, knowing that you were trying to learn it over here, and then
Yeah.
you went back and just did it right
It was
here.
a
You're
lot.
like, ah,
it was a lot
I
of
got
work
it.
too, and you could see at how much the day changed. It was more earlier in the day on those
Yeah, it was
tricks,
brighter.
and then I mean you can't really obviously
Wow.
tell, I guess, but I remember it being like a battle. And Ewan was not filming at Fisheye at that point. He was like, "Oh, I'll just go film at Longlands because he's over here just learning this trick." You know?
Right.
So it might not even happen.
I think it was better that he did film at long lens because I think that justified how you did it.
I was gonna say it really
Yeah,
helped
dude.
it out a
It
lot.
did.
Big
And plus, the
time.
other 2 tricks were fisheye.
Kind of landed on the nose on
Got
that
the
one.
thing.
And didn't really
I wish
realize
when I
it.
learned things that looked like that.
But you're the bro. You're the
like-
same. That like I skate with you when remember we did the Des Moines.
Des Moines, yeah. The Manny Mania and
Dude,
stuff.
you were killing it on that.
Oh,
you
yeah.
were doing that huge flat gap.
Yeah, you guys were like manual buddies, dude.
I know.
Yeah.
He surpassed a little bit though. He
Just
took it
a
to
little bit.
I mean, bro,
No,
this
yeah.
dude's
quite a
doing
bit.
this dude's doing crazy manual tricks in contests. That's what I'm saying. Like,
He did switch flip mail on the stage for a joke.
okay,
relax.
relax, buddy, relax.
Did you ever?
That was
Let's
heavy
say, bro,
insult.
fucking, this is what I'm dealing with here, Brian.
Jeez.
Unbelievable.
Are they
Was it
always
on
that
the
mean to you?
Disrespect.
Was it on the show that I told you about when I sent the sponsor me tape to Deluxe, and then Darren Howard was like, he told me that I reminded him of you.
Yes, I think that
So
was it.
I don't know if you
Yeah.
heard this.
Sick.
So I sent a tape to Deluxe for, just a little kid like, oh, team manager, I want him to see my footage, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I just got a reply from Darren, and he was like, you remind me of a young Chris Roberts. And I was like, I don't
Who's Chris
remember how old
Roberts?
I didn't know who Chris was.
Oh, wait,
I literally didn't know.
wait.
No, I'm serious. I was like, I was bummed because I
That's
was like,
funny.
who's this dude? Like, what? I literally was like, what does that even mean? I thought it was like backhanded. I don't know. I didn't know what to
Yeah,
think.
funny.
But it's funny. I remember telling him that. I didn't know if it was on the show.
Little did you know that was the best compliment you could
Yeah.
ever received in your
You're like,
life,
so does
you
that
know?
mean I'm on the team?
Yeah,
Nothing
right,
ever after
right.
that. Nothing.
Well, dude, you were.
shit.
I mean, we've talked about it before, but you were. I feel like you were slept on forever, dude. Like I remember seeing you trying to get sponsored, and at the
when
courthouse.
when we did the
and-
Transworld thing, I remember
Did the
we were talking a
Transworld,
bit about it.
yeah.
The little skit.
The
that
skit.
was I
Joe
don't even
Face.
think I was getting hooked up from maybe some shoes, but I wasn't really riding for anybody.
Well, I'm
Were you
stoked.
on Cliche for like flow for a while? Yeah.
That was like I don't remember what year that was that we did that skit, but it was like the tail end of it. That might have been
for duets, right? Yeah. What was that?
Yeah.
17,
Duets.
18?
Yeah,
18?
yeah.
18 or something like that?
But I'm glad everything's working out. I mean,
Yeah,
not
bro.
only do you have like the jacuzzi thing now, but Ours Is Yours, along with B Herm over here.
yeah, thanks to this guy.
Amazing, dude. So you've ended up in the great. Sometimes you have to wait, and like let the cards fall as they may, and then
Yeah, dude.
sometimes when you try to rush into things, you're gonna end up like maybe on a shittier sponsor, and you're gonna take,
I mean, I feel like things
It worked
happened
out
the way they
beautifully.
needed to. You know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't change anything
For sure.
So
Yeah, 'cause let's be honest, man. Yeah, it all works out for a reason.
Yeah,
That's right.
dude.
That's right. When did you see like
Dude,
when?
I would have been riding for. I was trying so hard to ride for World Industries. No offense to World Industries, but it's like they were way cooler 5 years before I was trying to get on their team. Like I just had it in my head. I was first video watching Ronnie Mullen Day One song. I was like, World Industries is the best.
Oh, yeah. I remember you kept singing Rodney's, or no, you kept singing Day One's
Yeah.
song
Yeah.
last time you were here. Are you?
That was a tricky one, huh? Day One's song.
yeah. I was like, wait, that's weird. But I remember you saying that for some reason.
So yeah, it's pure. It's all pure.
When did you first? Because you started Ours Is Yours. How long ago? 2020.
21.
2021.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even have a team back then, did you? You were just kind of running it like.
Yeah, no, I was no longer part of Emerica
Right.
after like 17 years.
Yeah.
And then we were working around, a lot of friends and I, just on little things. We were all making shoes. And I mean, I was being with Emerica, I had been designing shoes with them for 15 years kind of thing, or
Yeah.
being around, helping them out, doing stuff like that, testing shoes. So I feel like I've been around it for a while. I know the ins and outs, and a lot of us were sitting around kind of messing around with the idea.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just became a reality after a while. you
Right.
know? Yeah.
Did
So,
you want to build a team? I mean, you're a skater, right?
It's hard to build a team. It is hard to build a team. Like it's it's like, oh, I would sponsor everybody if I could. You know,
Right.
it's like, yeah, you really can't. And then it's at the end of the day, when you're building a team, who's down to even be part of your team? You know, it's like, I can't just walk out there and be like, you're on my team. You're on my team.
I do with our
You're
boat
on my
company all the
team."
time.
Yeah.
I'm not as slick as you are.
Yeah.
You know, I can try it,
Yeah.
but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's about finding people that you vibe with, you're down with, and
Right.
they're also down with you. So
Did you see Dilo and you were, I mean, obviously you probably were just a fan of Dilo and then
Yeah.
you wanted to get him on.
Yeah.
Like, how did that even
you
come
just see
about?
the skating, and you're like, oh, this dude. I didn't even know you then, but it's funny. You told me a story about how we met when we were younger, but I see you skating. I'm like, oh, this dude fucking nails it.
Yeah.
Don't know him, but it's like, yeah, if
I'm
he's
trying
down,
to
and
think
then
when we met. I think it was at the shrimp lunt skit, like, or the little scene, the dinner table
dinner
scene.
table scene. Yeah,
I feel like that
that's
was
right.
when we like re-met, because we
Yeah.
met when I first moved out.
Because
here.
Shane was telling me all about this guy
Right.
forever, and Shane Howell. I was like, oh yeah, I can't, super hyped. And so when I seen all that shit, and I was starting this up, and I had heard that he didn't have a shoe sponsor,
Yeah.
I was like, we got to get after this. Right?
We got to get after him.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's nice to have another person alongside with you doing it. It's hard when it's all yourself. If you got all your boys chilling there and you're doing some shit, it really feels pure.
Right.
It feels good.
Definitely.
Yeah,
It feels
yeah,
right.
for sure. And you guys are coming out. I mean, since 2021, man, you got the Herman 3 right there, looking beautiful. Got the new Dilo. When Dilo was here first, it was like you had your shoe colorway.
I had
was
a colorway, yeah.
And now you got the
Yeah.
Dilo, which that shoe, it looks beautiful, man.
Yeah, he worked hard
Yeah,
on
dig
this
that
shoe.
shit.
Yeah.
But that's what's good though about this is that this is made from him.
Right.
It's not like you like this shoe, let's put your name on it. It's like this shoe was made from him, something he wants to skate, and that's the type of shoes we want to make. I want to have a bunch of people riding for my company. If it was up to me, I would have only pro shoes out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Every shoe that's offered would be only pro shoes.
No team
No real
shoes.
team shoes.
No, right.
So because then that shows you that like all these shoes are made by these guys and they're, supported and backed by all these people that skate.
I feel like Girl and Chocolate would do that. They wouldn't have team boards because the team board takes away from the pro boards
Totally.
also.
And I love that
Yeah.
about them.
Yeah.
As you go in there and you see all the girl logos and all the different names.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it was great. And they were all kind of the same graphic, but they maybe do a little different color.
Little colorway. Yeah, for sure.
Super legit.
So you designed every aspect.
I wouldn't go that far. I did.
Well, yeah.
What do you mean?
We got
Yeah, how
Drew-
involved did
Lisan
you
Lee
get?
helped us out a lot with this.
It
He's a
started with a
designer.
drawing, which
Yeah.
I still have.
Oh, you drew. Okay.
I drew like
So-
the concept, and some of the original stuff from the drawing are like they stuck, because some of it, me and Dennis would go back and forth, which Dennis Martin's like who helps
Yeah.
Brian with,
Yeah,
all of
yeah.
us. So he was, we were going back and forth with like certain little things that, and it's funny what ended up sticking, because this was one thing I wanted super bad was the stitching around the sole, because it reminded me of like you and Andrew's old Emerica shoes when you would like, when I was a kid, I'd buy like Reynolds 2s and shit, and when you flick through it, it would like fray all.
Get that little fray.
It was like that, and SXLs have it too.
Yeah.
Kind of like
And I
all
was
my
like,
shoes are
that's
getting
what I
slightly
want.
broken in now. Once I break this other one,
It was
it'll
like a
fit.
little micro challenge.
Yeah.
Like as a kid
Yeah.
that would like kickflip. You were like, I want to wear through the little treads.
Right.
And I really wanted to expose like
That's nostalgic
sole
right
tread
there.
to it. The mid was like a must, because I don't know, all the brands I ever got shoes from before designing this, it was like rare that they made a mid that I liked to skate, but I always wanted to skate one.
Okay.
It was like a look I wanted, but I didn't. None of them I liked.
Oh, wow. So you never really skated a lot of them, but you just wanted one.
And when I was a kid, I
Yeah.
would skate half cabs, which was like a great shoe. But then I wanted like a cup sole
Yeah.
version. Like now that where I'm at in my life now, I know what I want. I'm like, okay, a cup sole shoe would be more ideal. So, yeah, when we started, those are the things that kind of stuck with me. A lot of it cosmetically like has changed throughout the process. You've seen it from all the samples. And
Yeah.
I made a little Instagram video like kind of showing the people
Oh,
the
yeah.
samples from our from the drawing, to the first ever sample.
I mean,
to
that's
second,
cool
third,
though,
fourth.
to like go through all those motions and get something that you can hold in your hand from
Yeah,
a
it's-
drawing.
Yeah.
It's
and
pretty trippy.
something that you want and like. I love that.
It's seriously like such a trip now to be the first production pair I skated while I was here, and I had them from the trade show event. Is
Yeah.
where Dennis handed them to me. I skated them for like, I don't know how many sessions, like 10 sessions, like filming tricks and whatever. And then I threw them away yesterday, and I was like used to them being like samples where I'm like, I can't throw these away.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they're the
yeah.
only ones I have, but I'm like, wait, there's like hundreds of these.
Production now.
They're done. I could just get rid of them. So
Yeah.
it's super cool. It's
That's
like
awesome,
Definitely
dude.
a trip now that they're actually here and people can try them.
Congrats,
and the cup
bro,
sole, and you're a
congrats.
cup sole dude too? You like the cup
I
sole?
need the cup sole.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I when I first came out with my first shoe, it was
Yeah.
a vulcanized sole because
Mhm.
that was the first sole we were dealing with. But moving forward, doing his shoe, we
Yeah.
figured we would design the cup sole we were making around his shoe and then
Mhm.
use it for further other shoes. So I had to wait quite a while until his came out, and then I threw the same sole he has on my new shoe because changed it up a little bit too from the original one that I
Right.
was riding, and I mainly did that one just because I liked the way it skated, so I figured I'd do a couple of them and then change it up later.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't
But
your
yeah, this
what,
sole's good.
one of your first ones was your like Emerica shoe, pretty much, wasn't
Yeah, it's pretty much my American shoe. But there's a reason why, is because I was skating through my old stash of Americas.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, I like skating this shoe, so I should just make some.
it? Yeah.
How many
I love
How many did you have stashed away?
I had like maybe 15, 16 pairs.
Did you keep all of your shoes too? Do you have like a pair of each everything?
I
Like, are
wouldn't
you?
say each shoe? No.
No?
No, it's hard. I mean, that's
That's a lot of space.
it's a lot of space.
Yeah, yeah,
This
true.
dude had a lot of shoes.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't know about all the colors.
I,
I definitely try to save each different type
Style.
of shoe
Yeah, yeah,
style I
style.
had. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how many shoes did you have on Emerica?
I think it was 5.
damn, imagine 5 and then all the colorways.
But what's
Yeah,
funny is after
yeah,
a
stuck
while,
around a few
I stopped
years.
changing the shoe. We were just doing the same freaking shoe, just looked different.
Oh.
Like,
What do you mean? Oh, each iteration of it.
I did the G code,
Yeah.
and that was my favorite shoe. So when they're like, "Hey, time to do a new shoe," I was like, "Well, I like the G code. I don't really like any other shoe.
I don't want to
Yeah.
change it.
I don't really want to change it." And so we would change it in these little bit ways, and then it would be like the G6, the G,
Yeah, yeah.
it'd be like something
Yeah.
else, right? They'd call it something else.
Right.
I had a vulcanized version of it. They were all pretty much the same shoe, but just in different versions. So I guess, let's say 3, because the style is 3 styles.
Mhm.
Did you feel
1,
like
2,
it
3.
was you were gonna come into some weird thing where like, oh, it's an America shoe, I'm taking it for another brand? Did that come a question
Well,
at
I
all?
designed it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just curious if that was like a
That's
thing.
coming with me.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You know,
I
I
got
mean,
that.
if like,
I'm sure that. I mean, I couldn't imagine anyone in America being like, "Yo, what's up?" Like, you know what I mean? But just curious.
I mean, if they wanted to, I mean, what are they going to say? Like,
No.
hey, you're doing that America shoe. And it's like, well, that America shoe is there because of, what we did.
Yeah.
Because of
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
yeah. Has your name on it.
Yeah, and I wasn't like, I'm not like stealing really anything from America.
Oh no, for sure.
I was more
Yeah.
like looking at it as I was giving props to America.
Yeah.
For sure.
You know, being like, look, we made something cool before. Let's continue making something cool again.
Was it the exact shoe? Like the same? Like you kind of got the
Well,
same?
now that I'm the, in charge of all the, quality control and all that.
Yeah.
I was like, we ain't having this over here. That's way too fat right there. This eyelet's got to move up.
So you modified it a bit.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's more of the bet. Yeah, it was a better one. If I was to put them all on, I would be like, yeah, I like the ones I just recently did.
Sick. Nice. Which ones do you have on now?
They're those ones.
Oh, cool.
Because I'm in love with
Yeah.
that shoe. Yeah.
He said
Yeah.
that.
How is it running a shoe company now? I mean, I know you guys do skate, but it's also like, I don't know, a fashion brand as well. But like, skateboarding is so interesting at the moment,
Yeah, well, everything's kind of changed. Like, because, you'll be honest, if we look back 15 years ago, you couldn't pay Nike couldn't pay people that, wear their shoes or even be in skate shops. I've been around the skate shop since 97, and I've seen that exact situation happen.
Sure.
And, the tide has changed, but you just got to roll with the punches and keep it going, because at the end of the day, you can't you can't really say that a lot of those corporate companies are skate companies because they aren't. You
Right.
know? I mean, they make skate stuff, but they're not really skate companies. So it's different, but at the end of the day, if you don't look at 15 years ago as you're like, this is what we have to be having a goal at, you'll be fine. You know, it's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let's grow with, let's, why can't you make a company work that's smaller than these large companies? You don't need to compete with these guys, but you could have your way in the space. And so it's a little bit different, I feel like, from those younger years and different years back then. But I think the hype is still there. I think all that is pretty much the same, you know.
Yeah, you can have a smaller footprint and like just run it lean, you know what I mean, and make sure that, obviously your people that are on the squad are taken care of, and again, just you have to be very frugal about it. That's for sure.
Exactly. I mean, and then with like Lakai, that to me was that's a huge company that was inspiration to even wanting to start a shoe brand, because I look up to a lot of those, Rick and Mike, with Pierre, even, great guy, Don Brown, like a lot of these guys, they're skateboarders, they love skating, they love it like that, they're going to be around it forever, I mean, that's their home. And so I seen that and was like, well, I don't even know how much they make. I don't even know how successful their companies are, but it was very interesting or intriguing, I should say. It was very intriguing to be like, I want to do that. I don't even care if it's like a good business or it is. You know what I mean?
It was inspiring from like, damn, they did it. Like, I want to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And not thinking about like how it is to like run a business.
Didn't really care. Yeah. It's like when we were first doing kickflips, we didn't give a shit about how much people got paid. We didn't even know it was a thing called paying in skateboarding. We were like, I'm going to just learn how to kickflip, So I think that's where a lot of the steam comes from and where a lot of the hype goes.
What about, so now starting a brand or doing the brand, do you look at it differently? Now being the owner, looking at like, you were just a skater for so long in the pro, what is do you have a different perspective on it now?
Yeah, I think that the companies I rode for did a heck of a job at doing what they did. You know? I mean, they did really well, you know? Yeah. And so that's also got to be motivation, to try to see. But I don't know. I think that only time will tell with all that, I think they all did a really good job. I think that seeing how large those brands were and how they were able to operate and how well they took care of us, I think that's those could be definitely goals in my eyes. But I give them props for sure for doing all this.
You were there for the good years.
Oh, yeah. We're building skate parks and stuff. We were doing everything.
We were talking about it just recently when shoe companies especially, just had buckets and truckloads of money.
Well, because it was really mainly just these brands, right? Like I said, there wasn't such a large stance, and let's be honest, like every generation in skateboarding leaves something behind for the next generation. Like I just talked about Mike and Rick. It's like they left behind that for me, right? And I was the generation after, so. The next generation here in skateboarding might have a hard time being where it's a little bit different than how we grew up, so there's maybe they don't have as many ideas as we would, but each generation leaves something for the next person, and I'm hoping that I could help to leave, from my generation, leave this type of, stance to look at and say, hey, you're a skateboarder, maybe let's say your skateboard career didn't work out, but you love skateboarding, you have a lot of skate friends, why don't you guys start some cool companies? And we've seen so many small brands and companies become big like that, and that should be nothing but inspiration to this next generation, So that's kind of...
No, it's true. I mean, every company they started like Girl and Chocolate, Rocco, Plan B, like everything, Andrew Reynolds, like...
Yes, Andrew Reynolds, Tony Hawk, Jeremy Klein, so many people, it's and so I don't really know anything different. It's like, if you want to give back to skateboarding, you could go huck it the rest of your life if you want to, but look at the people that have still been able to give back to skateboarding without really having to huck it. They hucked it and they gave back, and it's like, maybe to me that was like the later on inspiration, because I needed something. I wasn't going to go nowhere. You know, I ain't going nowhere.
I love
You
that.
ain't getting rid of me,
Damn, man.
especially when you guys got a lot of coffee here.
Bro, you need a refill, you let me know, man.
I might need one
Yeah,
soon.
Dang, you
get a
crushed
little
that,
refill,
dude.
And
It's getting cold, so I was thinking to get warm it.
Yeah.
we'll get you a little topper, dude. We'll get you a little topper.
Literally, it's like a shot left.
What is I'm so interested because we have had a lot of shoe discussions on the show, but like, you know, when is the shoe out, Dilo? Is the shoe is it out
We
right
just
now?
got them off the ship, and we were literally
Really?
Yeah, we were literally like stocking them in that warehouse yesterday,
Oh
Yeah,
wow, okay.
or
So
was
they're
it 2 days
here.
ago? Yeah, they're here.
Damn.
So
Shipping to shops now
Okay.
as we're recording this.
Oh wow.
Nice.
The release is the 4th of March.
Okay, so this is going to come out a little bit after that,
Mhm.
but yeah, so they'll
Good.
be in shops.
Perfect timing.
Yeah,
Go
for
get them.
sure.
Go get them.
And then everything's going good with Jacuzzi. Yeah, you guys are killing it over there.
good times over there. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I mean, bro, you went from like, you know, a company that had its problems, you know, and then now you're with Louis Barletta and the whole crew. You guys just put on Xander,
Yeah.
which is awesome. The kid's dope.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. How's the whole ride been so far?
Dude, it's been amazing. Louis, kind of in what you were just saying, it's like Louis cares a lot about skateboarding and kind of, you know, it's cool that we can carry on what we had going, but
Yeah.
kind of correcting the things that were going awry with Dwindle, you know?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
it's honestly like I wouldn't change anything. I'm like so happy that when Louis called me and I didn't know anything I didn't know the name. I didn't know anything. He was like, we're thinking maybe I got to have some talks, but we're thinking maybe of doing our own thing. I'm like, yep. Mm-hmm.
Now, did you know at that
Perfect.
time that Dwindle was like having its problems and going through the things? You knew?
Yeah, it was after I quit.
Oh,
Like, we
okay,
had quit.
okay.
But I didn't. So I quit like without going public about it
Mhm.
because it's like, dude, we're not getting paid. We're not like this is clearly a bigger problem, and it's like.
There was
not-
also a lot of false promises they were giving you guys, making you wait.
Yeah,
lot.
it was
Right.
one of those things where like this problem's only getting worse.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the root of it is, but I was like, I'm better off on my own. And I was also recovering from like my broken leg. It was shortly
That's right,
after
that's right.
I was here last.
That's right,
So
yeah.
I was kind of skating again, but not like, I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to be a pro skater still, you know, like with everything that was like
Yeah.
what I was thinking was going to
Yeah.
happen. Cause people are like, what are you going to do? Cause everybody skateboarding, like rumors, industry shit, people,
Sure.
I would pop out and people are like, you know, Dwindle's going out of business, or I'd hear all this shit. I'm like, dude, I just want my leg to heal and to be able to kickflip, dude. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
Pro skating's like way down the street.
Sure.
And I'm just thinking about like not, you know, wanting to get back to loving skating. So
Yeah, you need a home that you're comfortable at when you're healing. You can't be like the company's going under.
Yeah.
My leg's broken.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
let's be honest. You're having nightmares now when you're going to sleep. You know, you need to be comfortable. So
what really saved my
Especially after a major injury. Sorry.
Yeah,
you
no,
felt like a
really,
major
yeah.
injury.
Yeah.
That's what plays it on your mind
But-
so much.
Yeah.
Am I going to come back from this? Can I come back from
But
this?
dude, it honestly helped me because it gave me the distraction from like industry shit.
Mhm.
Like people would bring stuff up to me, but I was like, I don't care. Even if the company was thriving, it might all be over. Because
Yeah.
like I don't know if this is gonna be the same. So I was just more or less like focusing on me, trying to heal, trying to feel whatever, like
Mhm.
back on track. And then yeah, I had quit, but I didn't know if I was gonna like go I didn't know what my plan was. I was like, am I just gonna like skate other boards and that's how people are gonna see what's, because a lot of people were doing that.
Yeah.
Like, so I was like, I don't know, is it even worth talking about? I was-
No, but I mean, as soon as you put a blank board or anything on Instagram,
I know. So, but I wasn't
light
even
the
at
comment section up. Because
I wasn't even at the point where like I was sharing a lot on Instagram with me skating. So I do remember this day. Like I want to say it was Valentine's Day 2023.
Oh,
The
shit.
whole Enjoy team like quit. Like they clearly had like a whole thing. Like they were all, the camaraderie was like Louis quit, and then everybody was posting that they quit. And I had like this draft on my Instagram made like for a post to say I was gonna quit, but I was like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna I don't know if I'm gonna do it this way, if I'm just gonna like skate other shit.
Like,
And
happy
then when
Valentine's Day, I quit.
I don't know. It was, I just remember because Louis wrote this like
It's actually a great. He should have consulted with
Got,
you.
like, a
That would have been
skateboard
great.
through
Yeah.
the heart instead of an arrow.
That would have been perfect.
That would have been great.
I just remember because Louis had the board like an Enjoy board like this. It was like
Oh, with the
broken,
Oh,
and it was just
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's kind of sad.
Well,
thing,
imagine
you know?
how
Right,
long
yeah,
and how
I
much
know.
blood, sweat, and tears
Yeah.
Louis Barletta put into it.
Oh
Joy.
my god, that's
Yeah,
insane. That
for
was
sure.
one of the coolest companies. But you
It's
could see
crazy.
it. You could see it flooding right over into Jacuzzi.
Oh,
Sure,
Yeah,
100%.
You know what I
now,
mean?
Yeah.
but
100%.
at that point, it was like, I forget where the hell I was even at, but it was like everybody posted,
Yeah.
all the Enjoy guys posted they quit, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just post I quit, because I already did.
You already did,
I was like,
right.
I might as well just ride on this. And
Yeah.
then I want to say it was like 2 weeks later, there was that whole like, it was almost like our one last like, all right, we're just kicking them on the way out. Like, fuck it, we're all just like all at once, just flooding, you know.
Yeah.
And then I was driving to the skate park in Huntington, and I remember thinking too, I was like, man, should I go get like a different board? I was riding like the rider stock we had, but it was like I was stickering them and stuff. And I was like, should I just go like get another board? I was really thinking about it when I was driving there. And I had my session, and I got back in my car, and Louis called me, and we talked a little bit during what was going on, but it was more or less like, have you been paid? Have any of your guys been paid? Because like our dudes haven't been paid. So it was like one of those,
Yeah.
like not really about what's next or what could be next. And yeah, when he talked to me, it was like, we're not sure if we're going to do this, but we want to try. Like, are you in? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't have.
It was seriously that
Doesn't even
vague of
matter.
like a conversation. I was like, yeah, if you guys, yeah.
But
I'll
you
go with
also
guys.
know, like, it's Louis Barletta. You know how dedicated he is, and like if he's going to start something, like he's going to start something
Oh,
good.
Yeah,
sure.
I think there was just
100%.
factors
Yeah.
at the time that like were to be what made it possible. So they were kind of like, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect to like just dive right into something else and be like, yeah, this is my chance to like salvage this, whatever.
Well, you
I
didn't
was-
have a chance to like think about other opportunities, right?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, I guess I'm just gonna like see if I can get back to skating on a level that I know I need to get to, and then worry about everything else.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was like, I had enough boards too, because I was recovering, so I just had like rider boards, like so many stacked. So yeah, when he called me and it was like, we might, maybe, are you into? Yeah, I like didn't even need to be told much.
Because you're still recovering at this point too.
Yeah.
So
and he
you're
knew
like
that,
trying to. Yeah.
Which
yeah,
when
yeah,
I
yeah.
told him, I was like, yo, I don't know if things are gonna be the same. He's like, I don't really care.
That's
Really?
great.
Okay.
Did he have
That's
the-
awesome?
Yeah, it was super sick.
Yeah.
So
Did he have the idea of doing the whole distribution that he was telling you to, or was it just like, hey, we're gonna try something
Bet
out?
he had
Dude.
it. I bet he had something.
Because he must have said like him and Bod were talking about doing stuff, right? Or
we had the conversation I had, and then I didn't even know who was gonna ride for it. Really, like I had no idea. It wasn't until we had this Zoom meeting, like maybe a month or two later, he hit me up and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna like do this Zoom, and we're gonna break down what we're talking about doing." And then I pop in the Zoom, and like Jackson's there, and Nestor's there, and I'm like, "Yes, this is so sick!"
Right.
That is
Everybody's here.
Yeah.
And then that was when he told us the name and everything, and I was like, whoa, this is real now. Like, okay, we're really doing this. And I didn't know it was going to be the whole distro. I really didn't know anything. But
did he break it down to you that he was gonna call it Jacuzzi at that meeting?
yeah, it was one of those things where like somehow like people already kind of like knew the name. Like I remember hearing the name from others. They were
Right.
like, "Are you gonna ride for Jacuzzi?" And I was like, "What the fuck? Like, what is that? What?" And then so it like had its weird leak moment where I think people were really had dwindle stuff under a magnifying glass. And when we all quit, it was like even more like, oh, what's next? Kind of. So
Right.
Well, that was a huge part of skating. Dwindle is massive part of skating. I mean,
Yeah.
like I just said, my first imprint of skateboarding was from a Dwindle video.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a very big thing for that to have happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I think a lot of people wanted to know what was next.
Yeah,
For
and
sure. They were really waiting
Louis
for it.
is an incredible storyteller. He's like really good at like placing the fans like there along for the ride.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think he had that Jinkum piece come out where they talked maybe about Jacuzzi, but that was like maybe after we already had our Zoom call. I don't remember. It's all
Okay.
like a blur
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
but then it was just like, wait, this is real? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're doing this. And yeah, from then it was really cool to be like our voices heard, because now it's ours, you know? It's
Yeah,
Louis.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like,
Yep.
hey, we want to put this on a shirt. Okay, cool. You guys want to wear this? You guys want to do that? It's like,
Well, because Louis cares about what everybody thinks. It's
For
like,
sure.
you know,
but we're all like with, the old company.
right.
It wasn't really so like, there was just more going on. There was like a lot of just differences that are now not only addressed, but like we work like I don't know, we all work together kind of. So it feels like our thing instead of like, oh, this is just enjoy again, which it really, it's, you know, it has its, like what you said, it has its like, it echoes through it, but I think it really is like its own thing.
Yeah.
Did you feel that way when you were with Baker? Like, did you feel like, because Andrew Reynolds had his vision and everything, did you like, as a because like me, for I don't know about Jerron, but like I didn't really have any say over what was going on. It was just a big trust, you know. It was like we had the best skaters and the graphic designers, and like you kind of just were skating.
It was like, shit, if you know this guy, then you must be cool.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of how that one was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. I trust Andrew with his own company 110%.
For sure.
I don't think anyone else has to worry about it. It's a crew. Everything there is, it's a big family crew. Little, I mean, let's be honest. I've hung out with those guys my whole life, you know. So
right.
And then it just continues. You know, it's almost like, who's coming over? Oh, Jerron's going to be here. Kelly will be here later. And like, oh, I think freaking Roger might show up. And then next thing you know, it's like, Roger brought his cousin. Roger's cousin's cool too. It's just kind of how it all goes.
Well, that's funny. I mean, even Brad Hayes.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't even on the team. He had a part in the video.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he was a part of the crew.
Mm-hmm. He was riding for Acme, remember?
Yeah.
Old OG Acme.
Yeah.
I just thought that was rad because I thought Brad Hayes had an amazing part in the video. Yeah. Like, he just fit in with the crew.
Perfect.
And I think we even talked about it. Like, he was just like, he sold weed, you know? Like, he was just
it ain't Baker without Hayes.
Right, you know? So I thought that was amazing.
No, you're right. Yeah, so that's how all these good organic companies start. You know, that's how all this stuff starts.
Right.
I even bet you that every company, you could probably think of Primitive, they probably operate the exact same way. P-Rod's been around since City Stars. Remember City Stars tours? The coolest freaking things ever. Kareem Campbell, are you kidding me? Like I said, every generation's left behind with something to move forward with. And so I think, a lot of these guys that start these companies, you're going to see that be the way that they're built.
For sure.
Yeah, and then they put their little spice on it.
Put their little spice on it, exactly.
The little sprinkle.
Yeah. I mean, you see it with Primitive, for example. Like, they sponsor dudes from, like, different regions, almost to kind of, you know, spread the word, you know what I mean? And then they get that grassroots from those regions, and that helps tremendously these days, you know what I mean?
could just imagine, like, an inbox at Primitive of just, like, 10,000 sponsor tapes from, like, every single... You know, I mean, honestly, hey, you know, shout out to all of the guys out there. If you really want to try to get sponsored, send us a tape. We'll check it out.
There you go.
I'm telling you, for real. And let's be honest.
Bryan
when they
Herman
go, who do
watch your sponsor me tape?
Well, hey, it's like motherfucker, I'm just gonna post it on Instagram. What are you talking about? Like, you know what I mean? Why would I send that shit to you?
Wait, is someone to DM you this or to email you? How are they getting it to you?
I mean, good question. Yeah,
a PO box or something.
You guys could.
I mean, it's a link these days.
It's like I'm
gonna send you my link to my YouTube or whatever the fuck. That's how you're gonna see my shit.
Everybody.
Or
I gotta
tag
be
you in a
honest with you,
video.
I kind of forgot my email, but there is an email you can email. I'll look it up and check it out. I got a lot of them these days.
You got a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's
well,
like,
just give them your Hotmail account.
it was like one with hundreds of thousands, or like 10 with 1,000 in each.
Right.
Or it was easier.
Have you getting some sponsor me tapes recently?
No, but I'd like to see some.
Yeah.
If someone wants to ride for my, I mean,
I bet you people are sending. No, even to like the Hours Is Yours like Instagram account or anything. People that don't
We'll
DM
get some stuff once in a
I'm
while.
gonna send you mine.
Do it.
It's gonna be like old shit, but like I'm gonna send you.
I'll definitely review it.
Yeah, will you?
I mean,
B Herm is gonna
review it.
I think
like that one review.
One way that I see a lot of skaters is just they just tag me in their videos.
Yeah.
But what do you do with it from
That's
there?
like
You go
the new
like,
wave.
oh, like I'm gonna get you sponsored, kid.
No, well, sometimes some of them
never
are pretty sick, but I said this the other day on another podcast. I was like, naturally, the people that are like stand out, you kind of just see them. They don't come to you, like,
No, you
see them, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Dude.
you don't have to like, they don't come to you like, hey, check me out. You're like, oh no, I see you, dude. You got it.
Of course you do. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like flooded into your life.
Yeah.
You're not gonna not see this good skater.
Yeah.
It's gonna be there. It's gonna be seen. No, you're right.
So wait,
You're
when you
absolutely
do
right.
see that good skater, do you reach out?
Depends what the scenario. I'm not just gonna like reach out to him like, hey, what's up? But if like I have opportunity for like, I was doing grip tape. Hey, you want grip tape for
Right,
Mob?
right.
Or do you want shoes, whatever it is.
You had more
You
opportunity
just
to give
DM them
then.
on their Instagram.
Yeah, I'll be like, hey, dude, or they'll hit me up like, hey, what's up with some grip tape? Like, got you all day.
Right.
You know what I mean? But some people hit me up for shoes. It's just very interesting. I never was at that realm where I got emails from sponsor me tapes. You know what I mean? I was past that. It was all
Totally.
social media
Yeah.
I
based.
think there's maybe a kid
Graduated.
out there that's so good at skating, but he just doesn't have social media, and he just needs to be like there's a guy out there that's like
For sure.
like Nigel's
There has to be.
second, he's like backing up Nigel like back nose
There has to be, for
18s,
sure.
right?
I mean, even when I was growing up, like I wasn't the best in the crew. Like there was another guy that was like the best.
Oh, yeah.
He was like super good, but he
Yeah.
just never followed through, never made it.
Dude, all
you
my
know?
friends growing up were better than me. I was the worst out of them all, and somehow I was.
Isn't that
I'm
crazy?
here
Yeah.
at the table, like they should. They're all watching this, like that kid sucked.
But I feel like in every crew, there's like that guy.
Yeah.
That's like the best.
Best.
And you're just like,
Oh,
what happened
like,
to that
remember
fucking
that guy?
Yeah.
It's just like
happened to that?
the will of like wanting to go for it.
Yeah, there's like so much more that goes
Also,
into
Yeah.
it's
Oh my
2025
God,
pro skating than
Yeah.
just being
You're right.
good.
but it is also
John could probably break it down more because he knows the stats.
No, I mean you're absolutely right about like I wasn't anywhere near the best of but I grew up with like Zion Wright who was the best.
Yeah, you
So,
go with a lot of good ones.
Like
yeah.
there was great people around me, but it's more like the desire to do what it takes, or like some people don't want to sleep on the floor next to the refrigerator.
Yeah.
But it's real. You
Like-
are who you are around. Like when you have talented people around, it really sheds on you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that energy is
you
real.
progress like a
You
lot
do.
faster skating. with,
1000%
like,
versus
incredible
like
skaters.
skating with a bunch of like average dudes. You know what I mean? Like the progression is real when you're skating with people that are better than you, and that's just the reality of it.
Yeah,
It's also right
Dang, that's
time,
true.
right
That's very true.
place. I think there's a little bit of luck involved in everything
sure, dude.
that
Timing.
we do. You know,
Dude, timing. Yeah.
timing's
everything.
everything for
Yeah.
sure.
That's great.
And
I'm gonna
like
go
you
with
said-
Geron's though. I think Geron's was a little bit better. I think it's like we just you always have to have the better guy.
Yeah.
And then that guy doesn't recognize how good he is, so the little guy has to feed off of
Well,
it.
when
Yeah,
I
and then the younger or the little guy loves it so much he'll do anything to
Yeah.
make it happen.
Yeah.
For sure.
And the other guy's so good at it, he's like, "Oh, this is easy. I'm gonna go give whatever." You know?
yeah,
what I mean?
when I
Like,
was that guy, like it was so easy.
You know
people-
what's crazy
oh.
though is how expensive skateboarding got. Can you guys agree on that?
Definitely.
I mean, it's pretty expensive. I've been around, like I said, in the shop cruising around since '97, and I was pretty poor. I could look forward to maybe getting a skateboard, being poor.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know if you could do that these days. It's kind of crazy how expensive it is.
You know what? I think when there's a will, there's a way, though.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
could find that old board. You could find
The
those old pair of
hand-me-downs,
shoes.
like-
You're saying they got to go to Goodwill to get a skateboard.
I mean,
these
bro,
days.
like,
You
Yeah.
hang out with
I've-
other skaters, they'll hand you.
1000%.
Yeah, you
kids
got
that'll
the,
give
you
you
got
their
the
old
skate park.
trucks and-
You know.
I was.
Look, hey, I
I've
get it,
been
I
in that
get it.
situation before. where
I
you're
get
like-
it, but it's hard. It's harder these days to be poor and be a skateboarder.
Yeah.
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 you
I,
know?
for sure.
It's still low on the totem pole as far as like recreational sports. You know what I mean? Like, it's like playing. Well, actually, basketball. You need to get your uniforms. You need to do all
Yeah.
these things
Yeah.
in order to maintain it. You know what I mean? So, I guess it's still relatively on,
It's
the
lower,
lower.
on the
you know
It
lower
what I mean?
depends what it
scale.
is. If you want to go get a BMX bike,
Right.
it's going to cost you $600.
Yeah.
Right. If you want to get a snowboard, that's going to cost. I don't know how much snowboards
Pretty
are. but I'm
expensive.
sure
Those
they're
are
Probably
expensive.
the same
And that's
price.
But then you got to get a
seasonal
lift
Yeah.
ticket. Then you got to get
Yeah,
boots, and
yeah.
you got to get a jacket. Then you got to get goggles. You got to get.
Oh yeah,
Like, there's a lot-
snowboarding is way more expensive than skating
Right.
for sure.
Yeah.
That's why nobody does it.
But I think that,
There's a lot of snowboarders out there that's going to be mad at you.
Yeah,
man.
right,
Trust me.
I'm just playing. Hey, I love snowboarders, man. I love
You're
snowboarders.
screwed, dude.
what I was gonna say though is like the entry level of skating is it's expensive like for the parents that like little kid wants to buy a board, a setup. They're like what $200-$300 whatever.
Yeah.
But for me, I remember the biggest struggle was when you're like so in love with it and you're at the point where you're like going through boards or like boards are
Yeah.
getting smoked. That's where you're like,
Yeah.
now I can't be the poor kid that loves this thing anymore. And I
Totally.
feel like now, like you were saying, you can get crafty, like, oh, let me get your old
Yeah.
board, let me get your old board. But when you're like, bro, I want to kickflip these blocks, broke the last board, you're like, dude, that's like, now you're at 180, like 160
Yeah.
bucks. And you're like,
Racking.
Or just how much, like, I remember going through a board in a day. And I'm not
Yeah,
even
yeah.
skating, like, I'm just skating, like, the courthouse. I'm going, then
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to skate the beach, and I'm going to skate the
For
ponds.
sure,
And
for
at the
sure.
end of the day, that board is
I know. I remember
cooked.
kind of like we'd be in Barcelona and like our thing would just show up at like the spot and start setting boards up. I'm like, I don't even need to set a board up. I don't even know why I'm setting one up right now. But
it's crispy
we're all setting one up.
It's
Right
crispy,
now.
you know? Get that
good.
hard,
No
get that
doubt.
pop, you know?
Dude, just breaking boards for no reason back then.
I mean, I would focus on boards. Like there was the times where I would, you know, that was kind of like the thing though. Like Kerry Getz was going crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
the
it was
Getz moment. Yeah. You know what would be the worst for me is I'd get so mad and try to break my board, and I'd even get more mad because I couldn't break my board.
Oh yeah.
I'm like using 2 feet in the
Yeah,
middle and
dude.
setting it up on the curb upside down and doing it that way.
Like you're trying so hard.
Trying
Just-
so hard. I'm like, I hate this board right now.
This thing has gotta
And
go.
And as soon as I'm done, I'm going to take it apart and put a new one on. That's all I'm going to
pretty
do.
much.
It's like, I don't even know why I would do that.
But there were times. I mean, like we would go through boards quick, dude.
yeah.
And like I can imagine not being sponsored and having that privilege of setting up a board at a skate spot just because we're setting up a board.
Yeah.
And just being a kid, like, dude, I just skated my heart out this whole 2 days and my board's toast. I need a new one.
That's like when I remember it being the hardest was like 15, 16, where you're like, all right, this is like my thing now forever probably, but like how do I get my hand on like another board? Or how do I
Yeah.
get my hand on like, and you know, like I'm sure you were,
I
that's
thought
the
that
point you're
so
talking
much.
about,
That's
where
why I
it's like-
have so much shit these days because I hoarded it all. I was all, fuck that. I remember being younger and not having none of this shit. You ain't
Same.
getting rid of it now.
Same.
I ain't getting, you can't pry it from my arms.
That's what when you first get your first box, you feel so rich.
Oh,
like
man.
you feel
Oh,
like
it's the best day ever.
you know,
bro.
money
Yeah.
isn't even a thing. Like at that point, you're just like, I got everything, dude. I'm
Yeah.
good. That
Oh
was-
yeah, your first box, you think it's gonna last you a lifetime.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm set. Like I don't need anything else ever again in my life.
Yeah.
I just got
Cloud
6
9,
boards.
bro. Really.
Yeah, 6
Yeah.
boards back then.
I was
yeah.
scared to go back and ask for more though.
I know.
Not that I
Yeah.
wanted more, but when all that ran out.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, I gotta go ask for more.
I just go to the
God
guy
damn it,
that would
this is-
offer, hey, do you need a box today? I'd be like, yes, I do. I'm so glad you asked.
I know. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
But dude, that's
Yeah.
a lot. Like if you're thinking like you like, oh, that board's $60. You gave me 6 of them. That's $360
yeah.
bucks.
Oh yeah, when you break it.
And you're
down.
like, oh, and you think that's a lot of money back then, which is decently whatever.
Right.
Totally.
Oh, back then it was a lot of money.
Yeah.
It still is a lot of
Dude,
money.
Yeah.
compared to now though, boards are so much like compared to back then. It was
For sure. What are
Yeah.
they at? $80, 60
Yeah, I
bucks
think
now?
so.
Some boards,
70, 80 bucks.
It's trippy.
I mean,
60 to 80 bucks.
they
It
might
might
scale up
even
more.
get more expensive.
That's
too.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tariffs.
Yeah.
The damn tariffs.
Yeah, a lot of boards are made in Mexico.
Right.
And the wood comes from Canada, obviously, maple. But there's a couple U.S. people that make stuff.
Yeah, there's HLC in
Yeah.
Texas.
But I think that people prefer certain boards. You know,
For
They-
sure.
like
Sure.
like obviously the ones in Mexico are good board companies. So with the tariffs or not, people are still going to want those.
That's
boards.
why it's going to scale up a bit, unfortunately.
Yeah, so you're going to probably pay the price for those, but they're good boards, so I think people will probably end up using them.
Wouldn't they just move
I can't
over?
say the other ones in Texas aren't good boards. I haven't tried them. But
I actually skated them. They're really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
see.
wouldn't they, if they were in Mexico and this all stuff, they probably would switch over
Well, like
to U.S.,
say
right?
like Professor Schmidt, like
Yeah.
he was in like where was he before? He was in like San Diego or something, and then he just
Went to Mexico.
He went
so
to
they
Mexico.
could probably easily just move it back.
move it back, maybe.
Yeah, that's probably what I'll do then.
Because he expanded like crazy. So if he just comes back,
He
I don't
has
know.
to-
I don't
he has
know
to
his
scale
whole
down a bit to come
scale
back.
down a little
Yeah,
bit for
for
sure. But he scales down a little bit, comes back. I mean, we haven't even reached the whole tariff thing yet.
No, yeah,
But-
we're like
but-
totally just talking
Right,
in the
right.
future for no reason.
They're not implemented yet, but
Speculation.
yeah, this is
Yeah,
all
for sure.
speculation.
But they
for
make
sure.
good boards, so no matter
Yeah.
what, they're gonna need to stick around. No
For
matter
sure,
what. So
for
we'll see
sure.
how the price of skateboarding goes.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, I remember as a kid just being like scared to go back because Daniel Castillo is my first sponsor. He was
Yeah.
giving me boards, and then it went
Sick.
into. Then he's like, "Yo, I can't give this dude more boards for my box. Just go in with me, go in with me."
Right.
And then
Yeah.
then I had to create that relationship. So it's a little, when you're a kid too, it's kind of like.
It's
You don't want to step on any toes.
Yeah.
You don't
It's
want to say the
intimidating.
wrong thing. You don't want to be that guy who's always asking for shit. You start to
Yeah.
play. I don't know. I was playing a lot in my head, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I think sometimes I'm like, man, if I would have said that one time, it would have all been over. I'm so glad I didn't say it. It would have all been over. I'm only here because that one moment.
That's great. I remember meeting you. Do you remember that one time I first met you and I was like, I must have been 16. We were at this one school in Orange County. It was called Don Juan. Had a bunch of legends. You, Matt Allen.
Oh, I love
And we
it.
had this
Sick.
we had a little barrier down like this stair. But I just remember you were ripping, and I'd never seen you before. Never seen a video yet.
Yeah.
Tiny. But you were a cool kid. You're like, hey, talking to us.
Sick.
And I was like, oh, this dude's cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't like you always think the new
I
kid.
was a little shithead. I was just talking to everybody, probably just like.
But you weren't being an asshole. You're like, oh,
Everyone.
shit, can I skate this with you guys? You just came up from boarding it, and I was like, oh, my
Oh, I
God.
remember that time.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I remember. I was
what?
like, barrier? Yeah, no, I remember that time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck.
but it was cool to see like this new kid who's obviously going to be someone big. You were just started riding for Baker at that time, and Matt was on Flip.
Yeah.
He was on Flip.
But
yeah, I was like, oh, it's cool seeing a new kid around that's not an asshole. That's nice. Yeah. Usually they were all assholes back then if they were
You could
good.
cook yourself right out of the industry real quick, bro.
Yeah, I've seen that happen many times.
Many times, for sure.
When I was at this trade show recently, the Project trade show, the Magic show,
Yeah.
we were talking about this, how important those trade shows were to skateboarding.
Yes.
Because I'll be honest with you, you had to meet somebody who was going to that trade show to give them your tape and be like, hey, when you see this guy, and if you have a meeting with this person, and it was so hard to get in there with that stuff.
You had to get a badge.
Had to get a badge.
Figure out how to do it.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it was like you had to be like an army man, like a sniper. And,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you were.
Yeah.
Once you're in there, also, you're like, dude,
It's overwhelming.
There's a
So overwhelmed.
booth. There's
Yeah.
a girl. There's a baker.
These
booth.
are
Like,
all
oh
my dreams coming true, and
Right.
this is my only opportunity, my only chance right now.
Yeah.
You know, and I think a lot of, don't get me wrong, I don't want the kids to have to go through what we had to go through, but, you know. But it was nice to see the trade show come back and remind us of that, about how that was really a big, you know, part of like a big movement for sponsors, skaters, and
The interaction.
the interaction
amongst the
and
community
just-
is a big thing.
And
Whoa,
not,
it's
not only
huge,
that, it's
huge.
the companies also. Like there's been no trade shows since Agenda. It was like
Right.
ASR,
ASR,
Agenda.
Agenda.
2018 was the last.
2018.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
they're-
wow.
the whole industry hasn't even been talking.
No,
You know,
they haven't
so
gotten together and had a moment. You know,
That's
it's like
where a lot of people would meet up and ideas and collaborations would happen, like organically, not just
Yeah.
like, hey, your company's dope, our company's dope, let's collab. you
Exactly.
know?
No,
It's
exactly.
like, hey, well, let's get together. We're homies. We're like
everyone would throw parties and invite everyone together and get everyone together.
Mm-hmm. Skateboarding didn't have any of that, you know. So I think that's another aspect where that's important, man. Is for
I
the
know.
companies and the owners to get together and
Yeah.
really have that, like, you know, bonding. You know.
Yeah, I think that the project show we've been showing up to, the Magic show or whatever it is.
Shout out to Dom DeLuca.
Yeah, Dom hooked it
Yeah.
up, and I think he's just improving on it. It's getting better and better. One of the coolest things for this year is I remember going to those trade shows and seeing all the pros. I'd be like, there's Jerron! Like, you know, there's all these guys. Like, they're all here, you know? Like, I'm seeing all these guys in one. And it was like that this time. There was a lot of pros there,
That's
right?
dope.
I mean, there was a lot of pros.
Yeah.
So,
You had the same kind of feelings.
got the
a
same
little bit.
feeling. So when you have that,
Right.
I think that's a good feeling of bringing that vibe back. You know?
It's good. I think it's needed, man. I haven't been, but I'm excited to go. I wanna feel that again.
You guys should
know?
tell them to give you a space, and you guys will do 9 clubs with all the guys there.
Yeah, we were doing the first
That's not a bad
year,
idea.
the first one that Dom did. We were supposed to do something like that. It just we just didn't align. Like I was coming back from a long trip, and like it just the timing wasn't right.
Right.
And I know you guys did like a panel there.
We
this
do. He does a
time.
panel. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I think Dom just said, well,
Dom's
we'll just
good
do,
at-
we'll just do it ourselves.
But
We can't
Dom's
get this
good
guy.
at doing that stuff because
there you
he's
go,
the
yeah.
old MTV guy, and
Yeah.
he's got a lot. He's got that that interview interaction. Really
Yeah.
does really well with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
He's
know,
got a big
so-
voice.
Yeah, he's got a big voice
For
so,
sure.
So it was nice to be able to sit up there with Dom. And
That's cool,
do a couple
man.
things like
Yeah.
that,
What did you guys have a booth there?
Yeah, we did have a booth there. Yeah, we've had a booth there the last 2 shows.
Okay.
We were excited. Yeah.
How's it working for you guys having a booth there? Like, because I know like Dom they were paying for skate shops to come in. They were
Yeah.
flying in
Yeah.
like 100 skate shops or something crazy. They
Right.
were flying in a bunch of skate shops.
Well, yeah, it's
Um,
hard to get something like that started, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So you kind of give a free pass the first time. They
For
see how
sure.
cool it is, and then next time you're willing to come back and participate. You know?
Yeah. So was it working out good for you guys? Were you
I think it
meeting
works out
with
great. It's
people?
the same way
Yeah.
we talked about how there's a lot of people from the industry. A lot of people get to see your shoes. You know, there was tons of guys there, you know, stopping by saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
love your shoes." I mean, Jerry Sue came by and said that, you know, and I was like, "That's a great thing to hear," you know. And so that's a good thing about these shows is that you get the industry around you, they get to hear their opinion,
Right.
and I think we're fitting right in there. I think that they get the idea of what we're doing. We're a skater-owned brand, and we're here to stay and do our thing. And
Yeah.
I think they're
You can't
appreciating
be mad at
it.
that, bro, at all. You cannot be
Thanks.
mad at that. You want to support that. I'm always they know on the show like that's just what I'm about. Like
Straight
skaters
up.
supporting skaters. That's just the root in me. You know what I mean? I always want to make sure that we could give back in any way. And if it's to bring up someone's brand on the show, then I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys doing that. Like I said, you guys left that behind for my generation, and I really appreciate that too. Because we get to see how much skater-owned brands really give back to skateboarding.
Totally.
And that's important.
Oh yeah.
Big time.
When you mentioned agenda, you're too young for the ASR, right? You didn't
Yeah,
go
I
to the
never went
ASR.
to an ASR.
You went to the agendas though. How was it? Was it the same type of thing Bryan was talking? I'm just wondering, like, throughout the generations, was it the same type of feeling when you went to agenda and saw all the big companies there, or was it? Because agenda fizzled out, just like ASR
Yeah,
fizzled
no
out.
doubt.
Everybody started doing their own shows at a hotel room.
Right.
They said, "Fuck,
Yeah.
I'm not going to pay $10,000
Yeah, that
for
shit
a
got
booth."
expensive, bro.
Got
Yeah.
It
expensive.
got too expensive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Way
And
too
so
expensive.
that's why the trade shows fizzled out. Was I don't know if it was greed or whatever, but the price tag got too rich. They're just set up shop in a hotel room. Everybody's down there. Hey, come up to room 204.
Hey, it wasn't a bad idea though.
Right?
It still got us all together in the same city.
Right?
It still got us,
Yeah.
it was
So I'm
nice.
wondering what, like, when you went to the agenda, was it that or was it fizzling out already?
No, when I went, I think I went to maybe there was 2016 was when I moved back up to Long Beach with Foy and everybody. And I want to say there was one that year or 2017. I might have gone to all three till the last one,
Okay.
but yeah, exactly like what Bryan was saying, where you had to like James Bond your way in there.
Yeah.
Like you somehow had to finesse your way in.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
we would go with Foy, and he was kind of the only one that he was starting to get boards from Death Wish and stuff, but he
Right.
wasn't on, and it was Steve Hernandez would get him in, and then we
Yeah.
would be like, "Fuck, how do we get in?"
Yeah.
But one thing I remember being really cool about the agenda one was they would always do best trick contests. So you would try and get in, and we would be like, "Dude, if we could win $1,000, it'd be so sick."
Yeah,
We'd all
for
be
real.
sleeping good on
Yeah.
the floor at the fucking skate house. But I don't know if it was you and I were talking about this, but the last agenda was we're fucking sneaking in, trying to get to the best trick, whatever. And then, yeah, obviously check out all the product, but then come back full circle with this now, and it's I have boards and shoes on display, and I'm
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
it's
crazy.
so weird,
Yeah.
for it to blink, and you're just
Sneaking in.
yeah,
fucking
just
be
trying to get in there. I remember one New Balance best trick. It was a giant shoebox, and I won $1,000 or something, and I was like,
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
but that was maybe the last one that ever happened was
Oh yeah.
that 2018 one, and then
Damn, it was in 2018. Was the
That's
last
crazy.
one? I feel
I
like it
believe
was way
so.
earlier than that. Maybe I'm tripping.
no, it
I
was
think
something
that
like
makes
that
sense.
because the
Yeah.
barracks did this section, the
Yeah.
skate section.
Yeah,
Remember, it was
yeah,
the
yeah.
barracks little, kind of like what they're doing now at Project, but that was the tail end of it.
Okay.
I just remember going to those things, and it was you had this huge space, and there were so many random ass companies there.
Fuck, yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck is this? And then you had the skate section.
Yeah.
And that's all you hung out was there. And then
Oh,
across,
dude, there it is.
Yeah, across was there's
So
some event.
sick,
Wow.
dude.
I think I was
I-
at this one.
Yeah,
dude.
I remember this so vividly. Frankie Villani was skating with us. It was a lot of we were all really young, dude.
Yeah.
And we're just
Ish,
barging in there. How do we get in for Frankie?
This is when New Balance started to really get some activations going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it was they sponsored the best tricks I think a couple years.
Oh, you won this one?
I
Were
won
you the-
something.
you
I
won-
think
you
there
won
was
some
3
money?
winners.
Okay.
There was best trick. There might have been I won some money at this
Okay.
one for sure, but I remember Mario McCoy was there too, and he won money.
Oh,
It
dude.
was pretty confusing. Transworld was with them, so it was
what do you mean it was pretty confusing?
because there wasn't oh, here's a podium, you guys won. It was
okay,
just
okay.
hey,
Yeah,
you
it was Mario.
here,
It was
and they handed us a check, and I'm like,
Mario
oh,
McCoy
okay,
there
sick.
was there. It was very confusing.
Very confusing.
No,
that Mario was
just
there. Not sure
I
what
just
was going
remember
on.
these little things about it.
No, for sure. Mario's a homie, so I'm just
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shout out to Mario.
Yeah,
Did
he's
you-
great.
Did you guys ever skate the S Games of skate back then? Or Bryan, did you?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I did not.
Fucking sucked, man.
No, you didn't like those?
No.
Why?
I don't know.
I love that.
I don't know.
You know what's weird about that is they didn't
There's
do.
Sean.
Oh, there we go.
Dude, god damn.
There we go.
Switch 5-0.
You should have
skating
won
the
because you're the
lights for
only one that skated on flat.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
no-
TJ.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
I feel like we were
TJ
sessioning it. Like
barely
we
got up there.
didn't know there was like money to
Oh,
be
God.
won. Really, we were like, yeah, session with the homies.
Frankie knew.
Wait a minute.
Oh, dude. I mean, he
Frankie
bounced
knew,
already
look,
cutting the
he's-
check for that dude.
Yeah, true, right?
Wait a minute, Brian. Why not that game of skate? What did you like about it? Do you
I
not
think
you
it's
like
because they made us skate it. Like it was like, hey, you got to skate it.
Oh,
And
mandatory.
then-
Like,
and
you
then
gotta
it
It
was
do-
was like, you got to do it.
Yeah, they put you up against like Costed or something, and
You're
just
like,
like,
I don't like
fucking
this.
this sucks.
You know it was weird about that too is that it was like there was no second last try. Like you
No,
didn't
I
get two
know,
tries.
you're right,
If you
you're right.
messed up the last, you
Done.
have E, you're just done.
You're done.
Oh.
wow.
And the grounds were way too smooth.
It was like super
slippery.
Very slippery, yeah.
I remember watching it though was kind of cool. Like I remember P Rod won one, and then
Yeah.
didn't PJ? No. I just remember Costin lost 2 times in a row
I do
doing
feel like
ollie
Jim
frontside.
Bates crushed a
Dude, he
contest one
did.
year. I think he felt like he did crush a.
He had his hoodie on
game
and he
of
had his
skate.
water bottle in his hand.
In those game of skates, did the crowds get like closer, or is it?
They had
still-
lanes all the way across.
That's what it was. The
Yeah,
lanes.
lanes,
I
yeah.
thought that was a little too confined.
Well, they were trying to get a
Yeah,
bunch of
way
games done at the
confined,
same
yeah.
time.
Yeah, it
So
made
it's like
sense.
You had like 5 games going on at once.
I get it, but
Yeah.
I just the restriction of the space is just a little off for me.
But look, here it is. This is like this is
That's
probably
not
the
bad.
final.
There it
This
is.
is but this is a
There's
final.
the costume.
Oh, it is
looks like Battle of the
PJ.
Bears.
Is that PJ Ladd? Yep.
Yeah. Damn.
Dude.
Look at how slow everyone's going.
There's probably kids out there that think that Battle of the Barracks is the only game of skate.
Yeah, like there was no.
Yeah.
But nothing
see,
before that.
see how slippery it is? You could barely switch tray on it.
Yeah.
This was happening at a trade show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
They would do it
definitely
all
before
in
my
one day, like in that couple hours.
time. Wow.
And Costin got to the finals almost every single time.
Or
Or
I mean, it's Eric Costin.
Damn,
Whoa.
how much
He was
money
the
you
guy.
think was like?
Oh, that
Up
was
for
just
grabs.
insane.
I don't know how much money it was.
Eric's not
Was that
doing
frontside
that.
360 heel?
That was just
Oh,
insane.
Wow.
Eric's like, what?
Eric's like, let me
He
just.
almost did a whole without even pivoting right there.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
That was quick.
that was sick.
Wow, that was quick.
That was, yeah.
They would have like high ollie contests too, like
The
where
high ollie
Bro,
contest was sick. Wainwright or
Danny Wainwright.
Danny
was
Wainwright.
it Danny
yeah.
Wainwright?
I remember
Yeah.
watching that live. I was like, dude, this is nuts.
That was nuts.
Oh yeah, and like
The way that he was like, he was pumping. Like before he would ollie, he would like, I don't know. It was weird. He was like,
Bouncy, a little
he was
bouncy.
getting bounced and then he'd
Yeah.
fucking explode over that thing.
You just see him disappear.
Oh,
when
yeah.
all
I swear to God. I
Well, it
am I
was like- it
tripping?
was
That was
Like,
a 4-on-1 opener.
This
it
is
was
the-
supposed to
yeah.
be the Reese Forbes ollie challenge, right? Or the high
Oh
ollie.
yeah, was
And-
Reese even in it?
Yeah, he was in it. He didn't win.
How
Danny-
far?
Danny
How far
took
did
over.
Reese Forbes get? Let's
I
see.
don't know.
Oh, he got up there though.
Wow, that's
I remember he was.
Dude, is that a
See?
jersey?
Oh, I see that.
he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
see how he was pumping?
pumping,
Bro.
That one. Whoa, whoa!
I
That
remember
worked.
I was probably right there or something. I was like, dude, this dude's tripping, bro. He's pumping on the fucking flat ground.
Wow.
But he did it. 32
did.
inch or something crazy.
That was
Like,
probably
I
how
don't know
tall
what
I was at the time. That probably
50, 50,
probably
50
got ollied
inches
over
or
me.
something. Brian, you did. Well, you didn't do contests, did you? Or
Yeah,
like
I
a
skated contest with
Yeah?
Scheckler and those guys.
Really?
Yeah, we had castle contests. Remember those?
Oh, okay.
Cal-
Castle.
California
did you,
Amateur
Did you
Skate
like
League.
them? Were you like
I-
a contest?
I liked them. I mean, I just anything I could. We were skating skate parks all the time, and I
Right.
was like, yeah. My friend's mom was like the soccer mom, kind of got bringing her son to all the castles. So I just kind of hopped in on every one of them, just joined
okay.
the party.
yeah.
What
I was
about
unsponsored. Those guys were sponsored.
didn't you skate the Maloof Cup at all?
I did skate the Maloof
I
Cup.
feel like I remember seeing you do that. Did you like that
I
one?
like contests like that.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to P-Rod today about that too. I was like, hey, our contests were way better. He's like, I don't know, man. Our contests kind of, and we were kind of talking about, because I don't know. I mean, I'm obviously not skating the contests these days.
Well,
but-
when the Maloof came around, that was a big prize purse.
Dude, yeah,
People
that
were
sounded
like, "Oh
crazy.
yeah, I'm skating in this."
It was like
for
6
sure.
figures. or something you'd
Nyjah
win.
crushed that at like 14 years old.
Yeah, so psycho.
If you watch that big spin flip front board because it was like a fake Hollywood 16, remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
this
did
was
a
a fun
bunch of
contest.
those.
I
They
liked
opened.
this.
They really
Oh,
opened
yeah,
the
you were
door
there.
for
Look
a
at
big
that.
prize. That's for
Well,
sure.
I think it was like the first. It's like $100,000 or something. Like it was.
Yeah, they definitely did $100,000 at one
It was
time.
crazy.
Yeah, they were giving out a lot of money.
super
mean,
short lived, but
Yes.
you know.
But the Maloofs, they were.
They tried.
They were killing it at the time. They owned the Sacramento Kings.
What was the contest where they did like the Hard Rock contest where Danny, remember that? Fucking, it was like a van. It was like a Vans contest. What was
the Vans Downtown Showdown.
No, it wasn't the downtown. That was a pretty cool contest too. I remember
that was fun.
I split my head open on one of those. You know how they had the fake setups, right? Where it was like looked like a town, but it was just
yeah.
Because that was backlot. I think what was that Warner?
Warner, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Or Universal, one of the
Universal, one
others.
of those.
Yeah.
Universal.
I remember
Yeah.
busting my head wide open. I had to get like 5 stitches.
Really?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Remember
Trying to front blunt one of those bump to ledges, and I flew back and hit that fake. And I
building.
broke the building and everything,
Oh,
but it broke my head.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
I
They
don't know
do
if it was
stitches
5
there, or did you have to
stitches,
go to
I
the
don't remember, But I
hospital?
had to get stitches. Yeah, I
Yeah.
left the
Omar
contest.
Hassan.
and came back.
Remember when he got scalped?
Yeah.
Dude.
Was that at a? I feel like that was at a.
That was a downtown showdown.
Yeah. He got wrecked, bro.
Contests have gone through some series.
I know.
Heavy
I
series.
actually liked the downtown showdown. I thought that was a cool
I thought
concept.
it was a good concept.
I thought they were going to do it
backlot-
again.
I hope they do. Backlot of Universal.
They were all
But
themed
the
and shit,
teams
all
would
the-
theme
you
and
theme
everybody
out
would
the-
skate the thing.
I thought that was cool too.
You remember that?
Yeah, they
Okay.
did one not too long ago. Not downtown showdown
Okay,
style,
okay.
but it was like the
On
what
the
do they
beach?
call it? Yeah,
It was on
and
the
there was like
beach.
a Baker Wilshire mini obstacle.
Yeah.
They did like little company. I was just on like this weird memory that I had of you actually because we were just talking about contests, but at skatepark at Tampa, they do these like all ages like seasonal contests. And one year, I want to say it was like 2007. I think it was 2007. It was sponsored by Altamont, and there was one of the days. It was like a 1-day contest for all the kids, and but one day was you guys did a demo, and you and Andrew, Kenny Hoyle, Figgy were all there.
Sick.
And I ended up getting third in like the 15 and up division or something, and it was just like a Baker board that was like signed by all you guys. And it's like at my parents' house still, I think.
Wow.
But I remember you guys were there.
What a
Like,
prize to win, huh?
it was sick.
It's like, dude, that's the shittiest prize.
It was so sick.
I
Dude.
just
Like,
know this contest, and you guys give me.
I think that was the only demo I'd ever gone to. Like, I went to skate the little like back to school thing or whatever it was called, but you guys did a demo, and I was like, "Whoa, dude! Like Andrew Reynolds and these dudes are here. This is crazy." But you were there,
Yeah.
Crazy.
so my parents still have that board that you signed
They still
Sick.
got
That's
it.
awesome.
for sure.
Was
Yeah,
it the
but the
Harvest
I love
Jam?
it.
It was one of those like
okay.
back to school or Harvest Jam or something, but it was the only time I'd ever seen one where they did a demo too. Like, oh, the team's here, and like it was a handful of you guys. But I just know you were there because your signature was on it, so I was
Yeah.
like, you had to have been there.
I've skated so many demos, I could not tell you a single memory of any of them.
You ever skate
except
Tampa
for-
Pro or no?
Nope.
Really?
Seriously,
Wow.
you never went to Tampa Pro?
Nope. At Tampa Am, I did.
Tampa Am's mayhem.
Tampa Am was the best. Yeah.
No, it's not. Really? You thought you liked Tampa Am?
I did. I loved it.
Did you do good?
No.
No. Why'd you like it so much?
Dude, it's fucking awesome. It's like a big old party.
Well, it is.
fun.
Tampa Pro.
Staying at
Tampa Pro's a
staying at
lot
the-
like
They're both
Clayton's.
fun. They're both
Yeah.
super fun.
Stay at the La Quinta.
Oh yeah.
You know, super
Yeah.
good
Right now.
times.
Super good times.
Good times.
I love that. I'm so happy that I got my ticket today to go to Tampa. Like, I'm just happy it's
Where
still
are you
going.
staying?
I don't know. Probably at the Holiday Inn down the street.
The Hojo? What is it? Hojo still there?
The Hojo?
Yeah, the Howard Johnson.
No, I-
It's
Dude,
like
now
all the way at
maybe
the
it is.
end.
They tore that thing
They
down.
did. They did, huh?
Yeah, we used to
Damn.
stay there too.
Yeah,
I like
that
Tampa
was the one.
Ams.
Yeah.
Dubs is on the Hojo.
Yeah, that's like
Howard
what all the
Johnson.
spot dudes would call it too.
Yeah.
Oh, you're staying at the Hojo?
Yeah.
It's like,
There are
sketchy.
some interesting places to stay right
there
there.
is,
That I
definitely.
would not recommend anyone
Yeah,
staying
yeah.
at, but it's
Quite a few
Hey,
interesting
look,
places.
Oh
Ryan,
shit!
look
Here
at
we
you.
go.
This is Am. Tampa Am.
Dude, that was
Wow,
a
that was
beast
pretty
tree
cool,
flip.
Yeah, it
on the
was.
hit.
That's boats.
Oh my!
Is this
God.
the contest? Oh yeah, this is my
Yeah.
run. Is
This
my
is
run?
something. I don't know.
See, I
You're
wasn't
skating,
too bad
dude.
at contests.
It's
Andrew
gotta be
Pot.
10 a.m.
Oh my
Dude,
God!
Andrew Pot crushed
Giving
it.
the crowd a hype. Oh
No
wow!
The
I
Am
remember
Shuffle.
that.
Yeah, see, this is Tampa Am, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like the only time I skated Tampa, I feel like.
But this is what I'm talking about.
Is that
though,
Colin
like,
Provost?
Colin Provost.
Oh, it is. It's so funny I can like tell who they are without even seeing the name.
Yeah, they're so young.
Provo.
Dude. It's
Yeah.
trippy.
I just think it's hilarious now because like I watch like a Tampa Pro or something and Dilo's in there just doing a manual trick. I'm like, what the fuck is this fucking guy? Like, but you know what I mean though? Like nobody's doing manual tricks.
I don't feel like they are much
I am.
in contests.
Dude, you did frontside flip fakie manual in your run.
In the run.
Did I?
I think you don't know it was best trick. I'm sorry, you did frontside flip fakie manual fakie flip.
Oh yeah.
That- and the
No, but
best
you were
trick,
doing
that
you were
was-
doing manual tricks in your run.
I try to.
Nollie over to nose manual. Over
Yeah,
the-
That's what he does. So
But it's
he's
so
gonna separate it.
badass.
crazy,
Yeah.
dude. That's what I did, Dubs. I wouldn't even dream of doing any type of manual in my fucking run. You know what I mean?
Dude,
manuals would take me 8 hours.
Last year's was really funny because I was like just skating again after some stupid injury. I didn't really skate the first like 2 months of the year, and then I already had like all my stuff situated to go to Tampa Pro. So I went, and I was like, dude, skating still kind of like hurts, or I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna like solo sesh, just like the mani pad on the floor. I just like went back and forth and just did like mani tricks both like one way, another way, one way,
Find
another
your
way.
groove, dude. Get
But
in
it
there.
was just so like
That's crazy.
like I don't know. I remember Chris Blake was on the mic. He's like, dude, skate the Euro gap or something. I'm like, nah,
Skate
dude,
the
this is
Euro
all I
gap.
got. But
Yeah.
I think everybody just thought I was like over it, but I was actually like kind of hurt. So
I remember
was
that
like,
being a
"Oh."
thing. You remember that being a thing, like your contest or you're skating a contest, and your team manager tells you like, try to cover more of the course.
I mean, dude, I'm not there to win.
Pointers.
Try to cover up more of the course. You got this section down, but you got to get over here.
But I remember people being like, Skatepark in Tampa just like shared it again on Instagram because they posted the course reveal, and I was like, another year, another solo mani pad session.
oh my.
They're gonna put
God.
mani pads in there for you now.
I know, right? Yeah.
like,
It was really it. I mean, I love those dudes. I've known them
Oh
forever.
yeah,
but
dude, for
yeah.
sure. I don't know.
yeah, I had fun there.
I feel like for me, contests were never my thing. I did a Tampa Am one time. It was just the worst. I think I tried a backside flip over the hip and bailed and then walked out. Like I have such anxiety skating in front of people.
it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
it does
demos. Oh, like I could
Demos were-
not.
Yeah, demos are a little
way
mellow.
easier
Yeah,
because you
they
had other
were-
people skating.
I agree with
Right,
that,
yeah.
but I would like let the guys go in first, and then I'd like trail.
Remember they
in,
would
like,
call your name and you would literally
Oh,
have to
dude.
just be out there by yourself.
There's
Next
no
up.
way.
Hey, for you to be honest, like you had a big name in skateboarding, so that must have been really kind of gnarly.
Are
It's
they
like
trying to find the run? I think
Reynolds-
Jacuzzi posted it.
Oh, really?
Jacuzzi posted like the little whatever I did. I don't even know what to call it.
We
a
would
minute
do.
of skating. The
What
pad.
was that World Cup of skateboarding when they used to do those?
What is a World Cup?
In
That was
Europe
the old
somewhere?
Europe tour. Remember they would come out with 401s. They were like Europe and
like the Radlands. This was like a long time ago. Like
What, like Munster contest?
Munster.
Munster. Yeah,
I've been seeing Manolo's been posting a bunch of footage from back then
Oh, that's
of like the
dope.
old.
Wait, what was the one up at Slam City Jam?
That contest,
Slam
hands
City
down,
Jam.
was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
funnest contest that I remember going to. They did a great job of that contest.
the one in
In
Vancouver.
Vancouver, yeah. I always had a great time. And maybe it's just traveling to Vancouver. And
Yeah.
Vancouver was really a cool city as well.
Yeah,
So
Did you enter? Were you entering?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was kind of a thing. Everyone would go up to Vancouver no matter what. It was like just a
Yep.
thing.
Yep. It
And that was the same one where Muska got smoked on that nose
did.
blunt. Oh
Bro.
man, that.
bad.
Oh, that. Check out this.
Yeah,
Let's
he's got
see.
the jorts,
Doing
got
manis
the
in the
glasses.
contest run. I love it. Yep. Yep. Yep.
You do look over it, bro.
Dude, I was like,
You
it was
look
hurting
over
me
it.
to skate, but it just started being like funny for me because I just kept making tricks like really bad. Like I kept landing them, but they were just barely makes. No, it was
Wow.
pretty funny.
Beautiful.
It was fun, and I saw it get shared everywhere, so I was like, I mean,
Dude, you're cool.
What are you doing? What are
Your
you
fit.
Here. Such a
I went full Florida man.
God damn.
You are Florida man. out,
Florida
dude.
guy.
Yeah, let me get that beer.
Holy! I think I said that when I was sitting there judging. Like he's Florida man
Look at
now,
him.
dude.
Yeah, dude.
The stretch neck.
Just
is
sweaty, sweaty
That's-
Miller Lite.
Like if I walked past you, I'd be like, "Yo, somebody get this guy out of here, dude. He's not."
That's amazing. They
This
just posed.
guy out of here.
Wait, is that pause? That's actually a photo. Oh, dude.
Look at that. Oh,
I
perfect.
remember
in
that.
in the boat.
So good.
Wait,
Photoshop.
It's like a photoshopped image.
it shouldn't be. That should be.
Yeah, right? That's where I was
where
right
you
before,
belong. That's
yeah.
where you belonged.
Dude, yeah, it was
That's
really funny.
Isn't that the
bro.
thing? Like you type in Florida man in your birthday, and you'll find something like that. Is that what
Is
it
that
is?
a thing?
Yeah, if you type in Florida man and put like your birthday, you'll find a headline was something that a Florida man did on that day.
Oh,
What?
wow.
Wait, let's try it. What is it, JC? Florida Man?
Florida man.
.com.
No, just type it on Google, Florida man, and then put like, when's your birthday?
Okay. When's your birthday?
December 7th.
What?
1993.
Yeah.
So it'd be
Something like
on
that.
day,
Or it could be this-
It
or
would
it
be
could-
like Florida man did
Or it
this.
could
on
just
that
be
day.
like December 7th or whatever it is.
I see what you're saying.
But I'm pretty
From
sure
headlines.
that's the thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So find your birthday. Let's see. Florida
I'm
Man.
confused right now.
Okay. When's your birthday? Oh, I'll do mine.
Yeah.
8/13/77.
I'm not sure if it's the year, but just try it out.
JC, type in 8. Oh, yeah. Here you see he types in August. 1977. Florida Man birthday,
Jeez.
August 13th.
No, hit it though.
Hit what?
Hit that.
No, like one of the news articles.
Yeah, hit that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God, what's it gonna show
Oh,
us?
no.
It's like
Brutally knows no bounds. Florida man arrested for deliberately crushing ducklings, playing in a puddle.
Damn.
Oh,
Dude, that's
man.
sad.
Dang, dude,
Some
that
of them-
happened on your
What's the
birthday.
some of them are
point of that?
bad, but some of them were like
They all
kind
look
of,
bad. They're all in jumpsuits.
but some of them are pretty funny
JC's
though.
laughing
Did you
back
see
there.
that
Well, 'cause some
crime
of them
though?
are
He
nuts.
literally got with his crime. He was killing ducks.
Yeah,
Bro.
it's fucked up.
This is
Crazy.
the worst website ever, Kelly.
No, if you look at them, but that's why they
Okay.
say Florida
That's
man's a
wild.
joke.
What's your
though.
birthday?
December
That's just
7th.
wild.
December 7th.
You definitely don't kill ducks in Florida.
Don't do that.
Unless you're part of
Oh,
like
yeah,
Duck
that's
Dynasty
don't do
or
that.
something, right?
Man,
Florida
my little
man.
homies.
Florida man birthday, December 7th. Florida man used an assault rifle and shot another man when he broke into his home.
Okay,
that's like kind of a normal thing.
yeah, but sometimes they're like extremely nuts.
Yeah.
That was the whole
It
joke.
all depends on your birthday.
Yeah, it depends on your
All right,
birthday.
Kelly, what's your
October
birthday?
2nd.
October 2nd.
Yeah.
Who's
I
gonna have
hope
the worst?
one funny
Who's
one
gonna have
pops
the worst
up.
one?
Yeah, it seems like. Oh, that guy looks like.
this guy
Look at
does
the
not
face.
What did he do?
A Florida man attacked 3 people in a tantrum. 2 people died, 1 in critical.
Okay, never
Wow.
mind. This is bad.
These are- yeah,
They're all bad.
These are all
Not
just
good.
Mine right there.
horrible.
Jeez.
Yeah, sorry.
Dubs,
2-1. February.
February 1st.
Yep.
Let's see. February.
February.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Look at that
God.
guy.
Look at that
This
dude.
Oh,
dude's not-
jeez.
This guy.
Wait. Zephyrillus, Florida. After a traffic accident, a person is accused of attacking with a machete.
Whoa.
That guy.
He's mellow.
Yeah.
Mellow.
You just have that? You just have
a
don't
big
say
ass
that.
knife.
You just have one
April
of those?
10th.
April 10th.
Yeah.
There's got to be something. This better be good.
Better be a good day. This is a good day.
A Florida man crashed into a motorcycle with a baby in his arms.
Oh my god.
Jeez,
terrible
that's gotta be
I'm
me.
sorry
Why does
to
that one
bring
gotta
this up.
be me?
Jesus
Jeez.
Everyone
Christ,
I've
bro.
seen.
Why are you
I
holding the
got
baby?
the worst one. You guys
Yeah.
saved the worst for last.
I'm sorry.
We had all this planned, you know?
Yeah, man.
That definitely beats the duck situation. For sure.
Dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was harsh.
Wait,
Thanks for
one.
that, Kelly, man. It's
Sorry.
a good website for people to look up your, your birthday. You know?
If you're bored, you do that.
It's news. I don't know. I'm just saying, dude.
Who's
These
April
are real things
7th,
that happen.
JC? Is that you? Okay. What? You said Florida man April 7th.
But he was laughing at some things back there. So what did you see?
Yeah, what are you looking at?
Because I know, Justin, if he laughs, that means it's usually
I was
funny.
just laughing at the irony of all of them.
Like they're all
all bad.
seriously like
Yeah,
crazy
they're
ones.
just bad.
None of them are funny.
Yeah.
Shit happens in Florida quite often.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Dude, I have a
bit.
board game at home called Florida Man, and it's
See?
so
Bro.
it's like a trivia game where you're supposed to guess which one is actually a news headline. So they're all insane things. Like it's you get a card and it's like
Did it
whatever.
actually happen?
Like
Oh,
yeah,
like
yeah.
one's
It's
real.
like
Okay.
which really happened.
Right.
And it's surprisingly really hard.
Really, it's not like you being from there. You're not like, oh, I remember this one. This one. for
I've
sure
played
happened."
with homies that have
Yeah.
they're like, oh, I remember that, but like for me, I'm not. Yeah,
There it is, dude.
Wow.
The Gator
Florida
Gazette.
man.
Florida
Dude.
man.
17 plus to play that thing.
Can you tell which
Wow.
outrageous stories?
dude. Yeah, the
made
board
us?
map is so sick.
Did it say it was NC-17?
I think it's unless I can't see. I can't see. I probably didn't see that.
I
right.
want to hear one of the headlines.
No, it says for ages 2. Oh no, for 2 to 10 players. I thought it said it. For
Yeah,
ages
see on those
Ages
cards,
too.
it's like it's like 3 options.
2 years
of
old, you can
things.
play this.
2 to 10.
here's a kid that's
Oh, okay,
over
okay. I thought the age.
Says,
Wait, I want to see what one of those things say.
which one? The
The-
cards?
like if you
Yeah.
can see it.
What's
It's like 2 are lies and 1's like the truth. and you have to like.
A Florida man tries to eat another man's face.
That sounds real.
That's real.
Yeah.
A Florida woman didn't know she was pregnant, delivers baby.
That might
That's
be real
real,
too.
too.
Yeah.
A
for sure.
Florida
For sure.
man has. What does that say? Has noise. JC, can you read that? What is that?
The red one?
Yeah, what's wrong with your mic, bro? You just...
I have to get real
Oh,
close
okay.
to the monitor to read it.
Florida man has more.
Florida man has nose amputated after mosquito bite allergic reaction.
Bullshit.
That's the true
Yeah,
one.
that
red one's a true one.
Bullshit.
The
That's
red
all
one's a true
bullshit.
one. That's the
No
truth.
way.
Oh, really? Fuck.
Damn, we just lost.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Lost the
saying. It's
game.
hard. Dude.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
hard. I've played with homies that like keep up with all the psycho shit that
Dude,
comes out in the news, and
what
they're
an-
good at it. But
This is an exciting. Order this up, JC. We want
Yeah, we
We
might
need to
have
play
to.
those.
We might
need to
have
get
to be
the
playing a
deluxe
game.
pretty sick
edition.
game. Pretty sick.
But it's so funny because Florida man talking about it, like so many dudes are coming out of Florida. It's insane.
They've been coming out of
Yeah,
Florida.
but the
for a while.
talent though, like you got Zion, Jamie Foy, John,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
the list.
Ish Chapeta.
Ish,
There's,
like,
yeah, there's
there's
a lot.
so
Ish,
many
Tyson
right now.
Peterson,
Tyson
Pedro
Peterson.
Delfino.
But yes, dude, there's a
Yeah,
lot.
it's kind of.
I mean, I know they always
Fabiana?
have been, but it's
Fabiana.
Bobby, yeah.
Bobby.
I think it's just standing out a little bit more so now.
Mm-hmm.
Not that again, we give credit to all those that have come from Florida
sure.
prior, but like right now they got the juice.
Yeah,
You
they're
can tell.
juiced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's
You're
like
right.
young bucks too, Lil Zion and
Zion
his brother
F's, yeah.
Jax.
Yeah.
Is it Marcos?
Montoya.
I was just gonna say Marcos.
Yeah, Marcos F. all day.
I mean, even Nikolai is like people are
yeah,
hearing about
Nikolai
it now.
is
but
dude,
Nikolai's the
insane.
man.
He
He's
was
so
out here with
good.
all of us. It's just kind of like hitting now what he's doing.
He's
He's
the
making the
funniest.
waves.
Bro, he was on our show recently. He's
Super
the
funny.
funniest dude.
Yeah, he's
Super
crazy.
funny and talented as fuck.
He's
bro.
crazy.
Yeah, every
so
clip that I see of
talented.
Nikolai now, I'm like,
It's
bro.
crazy. Yeah. It's crazy.
He found his groove.
Yeah, man,
it's crazy.
There's a lot of them.
It's also fun to watch like somebody find their groove. You know, you could follow somebody. Like I feel like you were always skate. You were always had your shit, but then all of a sudden, boom, you just fucking exploded, and you like found something. I don't know,
Yeah, maybe. I
but
mean-
from outside looking in,
He's so well rounded. It's insane.
But I think
I
the
know.
trippiest part about like I don't know if we could just use Barcelona as an example, but it's like you think of a skater from Spain, you're like, okay, they're gonna like hold their slides and grinds really long. Like you can kind of imagine a skater where like a Florida skater, you got like Pedro, and then you got me. And then you got Zion, who's
So
like
many
540,
different- yeah.
like
you
and
would
then
think
got
you guys
Foy.
don't hang out
And
at all.
I mean, dude,
Like,
we
these guys
do.
don't know each
We're
other.
friends. Like,
There's no way they're friends.
Like I don't see the sad part, the like growing pains sad part of it is like everybody's doing so good now that we don't get to see each other as much because everybody's like on their
Traveling,
own.
doing their
own
thing.
shit.
Yeah.
And it's cool as shit to see, but
Nikolai?
I
That-
don't see everyone as much.
See, that must be sick that all you guys know each other from back then, and then one by one, someone's getting hooked up.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're like, oh, he's blowing up. This is your time, and then that comes to your chance. And then right now, it's pretty much Nikolai just blew the fuck up in the last like.
It's just crazy how different
year.
we all skate, coming
Yeah.
from like the same kind of like even county, like similar skate parks. Like it's really pretty trippy.
It's
I don't
just
think a
rad
lot
because
of
you
people
see like
know.
everybody's really seizing the moment. Like they're really taking advantage of where they are in skating, and a lot of them stand out. And whether
mean-
they're from Florida or not, they are standing out.
Yeah, dude, it's
You know?
really
Yeah.
hard to see everyone around you succeeding and like working their ass off or something, and then you just be like, well, I'll just sit here then.
Yeah.
Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it kind of
you
just
felt like
feeds
that
off.
at one point.
That I felt like I was just sitting there.
Yeah.
No.
I thought you
I'm
were saying
saying
about
like it's
yourself.
hard to do that. Like
Yeah.
when you see everybody grinding it out so hard, and you're like, you want to do it that much more because
Right.
you see
Right.
everybody grinding it out.
It's
you know?
inspiring to you, so you're like
Yeah, yeah. You
harnessing
see
that
this,
energy.
you see it working.
Yeah.
I
And
got you.
is there someone right now that you see that's going to come up next? That you,
Jace De Tomaso. He's the kid who did the big ollie in Miami, the like big jaws.
Oh,
Jace
wow.
Didamato.
Jace
Let's
Didamaso.
Bring,
Yeah,
bring him
pull
up.
that
Bring him
thing
up.
up.
Jace Didamato.
He's De Tomaso.
De
Yeah,
Tomaso.
it's D-E Tomaso. Like
Okay, we're gonna pull him
So he's
up.
not just about jumping down stuff. He's got
he's
a
not really
plate of
good.
shit.
No, he's like doing stuff that like the whole world stops and freaks out when they
Okay.
see what he's doing.
Wow.
Like,
Love that.
Wait,
you've definitely seen
there it
him
is,
skate
Jace
before.
De Tomaso.
Yeah, the big ollie. You see that frame? I know you.
Which one?
the one to the right of that.
That one?
Most famous
Oh,
ollie.
God.
Yeah, that one. This is the one that kind of
Oh yeah,
rocked
they
the
they
whole world.
measured this compared to like.
yeah.
That's bigger than the leap of faith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
That
This
was
is a
in
while
Florida?
ago too.
That's
What?
in Florida.
Yeah, that's across the street from like Lot 11, that crazy new skate park.
Bro, I want to go there.
Dude, his
You
legs
walk
are
by
buckled.
it and it's not even. That's so not possible. It's like you don't think it's possible.
Dude, his legs buckle so crazy. Right
Dude, but this is just one crazy thing he did that stopped everybody to like really hone in and be like, what the hell? But he has like video parts in there. He's
Okay.
really good at skating. He's just gnarly all around.
Okay,
Like,
I'm curious to see his footage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Same.
dude, he's
Put him on the team,
So
dude.
it's not as easy to get this footage as we thought. See?
Yeah. Well, we gotta look it
You
up,
gotta
dude.
look for
yeah,
it.
yeah, you gotta look for it.
You
Yeah.
gotta look for it.
It's
wasn't
super
the right-
hard. You have to
that
type
wasn't
it
the
up
right
on
link.
the internet. Yeah, yeah. No, it's funny.
Yeah, is there a sponsor tape or anything?
Uh,
you got something?
look. You should look up Duplex.
Okay, duplex two-door.
Two-door?
No, well, they have like a full length one that's I think it's Duplex 4,
Yeah,
and
it is.
he has like
It's
the
a four-door.
opening. It goes straight into him, I
Oh,
believe.
really?
Yeah, and it's really gnarly.
This kid right here.
Yep, that's him. Little man. We used to send him enjoy boards when I first met him. He's from
Okay.
Jupiter.
Wait, how long ago was this video?
4 years, I think it said.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was
bro, Jesus.
Jeez.
he was getting jacuzzi boards for a bit,
Damn.
but now Duplex is like a board company that they're trying to do.
Okay.
So
It's
he's
out of
doing
Florida.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just they're like a crew of dudes I grew up around. Like I've known all these dudes since before I was even like a sponsored skater or anything, you know.
That beanie's tall, man.
But yeah, he's like 10 years younger than me. I met him like 6 years ago, and he was doing crazy stuff, always breaking his boards. I was like, dude, we could get you boards to skate, man. Like,
Love
especially
it.
the impact ones that they were making at the time. I was like, yeah, dude, these won't break.
That was
So you
definitely in Lakeland. That
That was like the most Florida gap ever.
that was the most
Yeah, yeah.
Florida gap that you could ever see.
he's
Oh,
gnarly,
here's that.
dude.
Here's this. Oh, okay.
Jeez, switch grind that.
Yeah, he's raw, dude. Looks savage when he does.
Ow.
Yeah. Look at that double set. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Who's that skate rapper
Bro.
that's out of Florida?
Who's that?
With the melancholy.
The dude that's he's a pretty popular rapper. I can't remember his fucking name.
Lil
right now.
Wayne?
Wait,
No.
Kodak?
No.
No?
White dude
Wait.
out of Florida.
Oh, BLP, Benny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, BLP
Yeah.
Kosher.
BLP Kosher, yeah.
I've been trying to get him on the. I tried to DM him to get him
Yeah?
on the show. Yeah, to talk. He's a good skateboarder, bro.
Yeah, Benny. I've known who
I
Benny
was
was for a
definitely
long
surprised
time.
to see how good he was.
Yeah, he's really good. He's like from Foy's area, more Foy's area than my area. He's from Jupiter. He's from like where me and Zion are from. And yeah, dude, there's a lot of stuff like this going on. Like
Jeez.
Oh my!
gnarly.
Wow.
Like,
That was the stair that Jamie Thomas lip slid in Modus.
That's
mhm.
the Tampa spot.
Yeah.
No, that's Miami. It's like right.
is that
I
Miami?
think in
Sheesh.
Figgy did a trick on it. And
It is Miami.
it was like on
Shit.
some Emerica
I have
trip.
no
I don't know
idea
if you were
what
on
I
that,
did.
but
Damn.
This guy is getting
Watching
tall
people
stairs.
huck is just
dude,
crazy, bro.
he is gnarly. Like, look at that.
Oh my
That's
god,
crazy.
That's Jaws shit right there.
Yeah, it's like Jaws meets Diego Buccieri.
He's got like this Chris Joslin.
Meets
like,
Florida
DNA.
man, yeah.
It's, yeah,
Meets
it's crazy,
Florida
man.
man.
Yeah.
I wonder what his-
Like,
Let's look up his birthday. See what wow. Florida, man.
yeah, man, he is gnarly.
Damn.
But I think it's safe to say that.
So
he's,
you think he's on the come up? You think he's?
Ooh.
I mean, dude, it's just one of those situations. Like, it's undeniable to a certain point. You
Right.
know, like I
That
feel
was-
like with Jamie
that was
too. It reminds me a lot of with Jamie, where he was doing skating that was like undeniable, and it took him getting here, people meeting him, and all that. But it was like,
Jamie
it's-
Foy.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Oh, I remember
People
seeing
kind of
him.
shying away, but you're like, look at it, dude. Like, look at what he's doing.
It was like the
So,
kid in the pink shirt at Tampa.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what it.
So
Yeah.
that's what that kind of reminds me of, because I'm like, everybody's seen this, right? It's like
Yeah.
really crazy, and you know, skating's in a different place right now.
It
It's
is.
about like maybe not about the gnarliest stuff, but when it circles around, that dude's pushing Jaws boundaries. Like,
Well, he's
seriously.
he's literally the gnarliest dude out right now.
yeah,
Foy, by far.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think Foy kind of started
Young
like
Foy.
the thing off where as soon as he got sponsored, people were like, "Oh, there's more Foys out there," you know, and then
Dude, look at
all
this
the Florida
dude.
guys got sponsored like same time.
But I feel like
Yeah, it was like the rollout.
Damn, this
Little
is Jamie
Foy,
Foy.
this is Baby Foy.
Wow, I never seen this.
Sick.
That's amazing.
Baby
Yeah, dude. This
Foy.
is I remember seeing him
Solid.
around when he was this age.
Yeah?
I remember seeing him around. Like, him and Zion are. I feel like he's closer in age with me, but him and Zion like were in the contest scene a lot in like South Florida. Like they would go to all the MIA skate park used to do contests, and then skate park at Tampa would, and some of our crew was more like in the streets just skating spots, but these dudes were skating contests together, so that's like how we started to get to know Jamie, just from Zion and him getting close.
Look at this
Florida boy Foy, dude.
Look at
So
little
sick,
Foy,
bro.
dude. I've never seen this footage.
Yeah, man, I don't think how many views it got. Has everybody
Yeah,
seen it?
who's seen this?
And did he upload it too? It's like
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. Where'd you find that?
Nollie
Jason?
show.
He's like, Mom, you got my sponsor tape?
Throw it up there.
Loaded up there.
Oh, I
Some
kinda
random
remember
account.
This account. I remember this account. I don't remember who's.
What is that spot,
That's
dude?
why it looks super dope.
Yeah, like a little angle iron.
That's in
proper.
Bayfront Park in Miami. I don't know if they're still there. I don't think they are, but this is really old
Dude, it's
stuff.
so funny to see Lil Foy
it's
and to
quick.
see how far he's come.
Yeah.
Like
It's a long
I
way.
think he's the best skateboarder right now. I mean, he's got everything. He can do the tech. He could do big. He could do rail. Like
Yeah.
he could do anything that he wants to.
Yeah, but I think a lot of our success, like the whole crew, kind of like Florida people come up that were close to him. It's really because he took a lot of risks, like mobbing around with all of us. Like when he was kind of just getting to know all you guys,
Little
like
kid.
getting on Death Wish. No, like when we first were out here.
Oh, okay.
But he was the only one with a car, and we would just be like, "Oh, Jamie's gonna go skate with Beagle and John Dixon," and like people we didn't know. He had no
Right.
business being a flow dude, bringing the whole house.
Yeah.
But he would. He would like take
Right.
those risks just because.
That's
No,
Like,
but those are the homies.
Oh,
that's
that's good, yeah.
you bring the homies with
And
you.
cool.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
sometimes
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you left the homies behind.
Well, because there wasn't room for them.
It's a lot of justification, bro.
There wasn't room for them. They
Like,
said,
I got a lot of
Dubs, they said
friends,
you
too.
could come with us, and then I was like,
Wow,
hey,
dude.
my point is like.
That's the truth. That's the truth. There's
Point
only
is,
so many
like,
seats, you know.
we could have went with Jamie skating that first day and all been like whack as fuck. Like we could have been like
You could have blown it for him. Is that what- that's what
we
you're
could have
saying?
ruined Jamie being Jamie. But
Yeah.
like
But
he
it's-
didn't care.
But
He-
instead, you guys are all on Shake John.
that happened eventually.
Yeah,
but
all of you guys are.
but it's so he's like I don't know, he's like a real friend because he was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you guys are coming with me. Like
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
doing this alone." And he's
Yeah.
still like that. Like
Right.
still, you know, he's
I
got
could- what-
homies living in his house.
What you're
He's
saying
got-
is like some skaters would have apprehension of coming out when you're on the come up to come bring the whole crew along with you.
Hell yeah.
And
yeah,
be
I'd
like,
you're gonna go skate with them and you're not gonna bring me? You're fucking crazy. And I'm gonna be so mad at you later,
Right.
when you get back and you try to tell me all about this. I'm gonna be like, shut the fuck up. Don't even tell me about it. I don't want to hear about it.
I did do that to the homies though.
Sometimes.
I can't deny it. But
No
it was
room.
but it was the way the scenario was set up. Okay.
well, tell him you were at Powell Skate
I was at
Zone.
Powell Skate Set, and then Daywan and Tim and Daniel and Sam Barrow, they were like, "Hey, Sam's got a house. Do you want to come?" Now I came there with the homies, and I left with them.
There you go.
So I mean, but look, I don't think I could have been like, "Hey, can my homies come?"
Yeah.
Like they want to stay, and it wasn't. I don't think I was in the right position to do so.
That could have fucked
Right,
things up
Right.
for you. That could
So
have
and
messed
if I
things
didn't
up.
go and take that opportunity, I don't even know if I would be right here.
you would
Dude,
be
no,
sitting
for
here.
sure.
You know what I mean?
I
Right.
feel
So-
like not a lot of skaters in his position he had at that time would have done what he did. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
not that it would
Right.
have been wrong. I don't think any of us would have blamed him if he's like, bro, like, I'm gonna go hang out with Andrew Reynolds for the first time ever. Like, maybe all of you shouldn't come. Like you know what I mean? It could have just gone either way.
It's
But
funny-
Andrew
I'd be like, dude,
thought
I'm
it was
sneaking in
rad.
your
I've heard
bag.
Andrew talk about it.
I'm
but-
gonna sneak in his backpack. I was
Yeah,
like
I mean,
fucking
dude.
hiding in there.
But that's such Jamie Foy's character, though. It's like he's just a down ass dude.
Yeah,
come
and-
on, skate with me.
and
And
then
if I
he-
eat,
yeah.
you're gonna eat.
Yeah.
And he won Skater of the Year and then like brought me, Pedro-ish, and like we didn't have sponsors. We like
That's
he was
so
like,
sick.
yeah, these like you should ask these homies. These are like the homies that I skate with, and like Pedro got the cover like shortly after or something. But it was just one of those things where like I think everybody started to see that, you know, he's an incredible skater, but he's like a good person, and it
Yeah.
was like, oh, these dudes are ripping, and Jamie's like vouching for them, so like we should maybe shine some light on these dudes. And it helped all of us. I'd say I give it a lot of credit. I give him a lot of credit for helping us become people that get the light on them, you know.
yeah.
Would have been a lot harder on our own.
He's a very, and you could say this about a lot of skaters, but he's so humble, man. He's like the Jamie Foy that came on our show. What, 8 years? I mean, he came on early too.
Yeah, he
When was it
wasn't
before.
pro
He
when
wasn't
he
pro or
came. Oh,
anything.
yeah.
He's the same Jamie Foy he is today after like 2 Skater of the Years and
Yeah.
Yeah.
like all the success that he's had, video parts. Like he's still the same dude.
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
like I'm like, damn, that's
No, it's got to be a
respect,
good
you know?
feeling to do something like that. I mean, there's not many other people that have done that. 2 skater of the years. I mean, I think there was a couple
There's
people, but
like 4
that's a good
total, I think.
Dude, he was
Yeah,
wearing,
that's
he
a
was
good
riding for
feeling.
Diamond Footwear, and he
Mhm.
won Skater of the Year.
Yeah.
That was so like
Diamond
low key.
Footwear,
Like what?
yeah.
You know?
Wow.
Oh, he was on it still.
He was on it for the first one.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. He's
Foy Boy is badass.
Bro.
Oh yeah.
I love
Fucking
talking
badass.
skate with that dude. He's so dialed in.
Oh,
to
like analytic, like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
In
The
it.
whole conversation, the fakie 5-0 thing, is still one of the funniest things.
No, he
it's not,
remember he was
it's
talking.
not fakey 5
Yeah.
He was talking.
Not
He
a
was
big
talking
fan.
about.
You know, I mean, we have to bring up the conversation.
Oh, that conversation.
All right.
But he's also the pinch,
Oh, the pinch manual.
the pinch manuals. He brought up to me that because I didn't think you could pinch a manual. And you know they had the whole DOS pinch.
This dude definitely
right? It was
knows.
I was
the-
sitting in the
Yeah.
kitchen
Oh, yeah.
when you guys were talking about that. He was in this chair. I was
I
right
mean,
there.
half the thing. I was just fucking around. I mean, but I didn't really think that.
Pinch the Manny.
You know what I'm saying?
Not really.
See, I didn't know.
If you,
either.
but you know what? Do you know?
talking
Do you understand it?
Yeah, but I don't think that's how I'd describe it.
But the whole backstory is like his buddies in Florida did the whole Instagram DOS pinch.
oh yeah, okay, I do remember.
So
the
there was a
conversation
DOS
now.
pinch Instagram, and they were calling out They were calling out people who didn't pinch.
Yeah, didn't
right. So like
crook
on a
properly.
front crook, you
Like-
pinch the shit out.
They
of
called
that.
me out on one of those actually. Now I remember that. Yeah.
They called you out on that.
Yeah, because I do front crooks a little weird sometimes. But
Oh, you're like locked on
Really?
the other side. You know, on like
yeah, you
the-
did like a nose grind crooked.
Yeah,
what
crooked
they wanna
nose
call
grind.
it.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
just
what
became
they
like
want.
a-
Hey, back then that was a thing
Control
though. That was people would do it like that here and
Yeah.
there.
I
Was
did
it,
it like
the
that.
pinch wasn't
You
really.
can call it a nose grind to a crooked grind if
There
you
you
like
go.
to.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I remember that
Slightly
whole
angled.
conversation. At
Slightly
least about the
angled.
Manny pinch thing.
Yo,
Because I was
I
sitting there
remember
being
that
like,
boast.
what are you guys
Them
talking
boasting
about?
about that though. I remember
Bringing
that
it
boast.
back to Jamie, bringing it. Everyone's like, yeah, Jamie rolled through with all of his homies, and they all
Yeah,
sat
we were
right.
just all sitting in there.
Like, I don't-
we had no
yeah.
business being here. Like,
But
Oh,
this,
that's
but this
perfect.
little
All
kid,
my homies-
this little kid right
That's
here
great.
was schooling me
That's
on the
good.
pinch.
On the
But
pinch.
now that I look at it, and I'm like, sometimes when you are doing a manual, you can go straight, but you're leaning on one side more or less. You know what I mean?
Wow,
So you
yeah.
are kind of pinching it as you go.
You
don't
can do heel
necessarily-
side or toe side, right?
right.
Yeah.
So I understood after this conversation, but he was this
That-
little kid right here,
That's
Jamie
great.
Foy,
That's great.
schooling me.
I would have listened to that kid for
Me
sure.
too,
I'm like,
dude.
oh yeah, what do you got? Let me
That was
soak
so
it all
fun.
But
in.
look,
This is like,
look at
what,
that.
2017?
Same kid.
Going into
Same
2018?
dude.
That's great.
I got him here because I told him I'd buy him some weed. I bought him off Jordy Clot. He delivered. I think I got
Perfect.
I think I spent $60. He's like, all right, cool. I'll be over there. It was literally the same day. I'm pretty sure.
I love it.
I saw him at the barracks. I was like, if you come on the show, I'll buy you some weed. He's like, all right, I'll come over.
I
Dude,
remember
I can't believe you were there.
Love it.
I don't even remember you being here. That's funny, dude.
yeah, I was right there with.
I mean, it
think
was a long
Nikolai
time
was here
ago.
too. I think.
No,
I swear.
You got
dude.
the whole
That was
crew.
our.
Yeah.
At that time, we were mobbing to the barracks. I remember those days very
my
vividly.
God,
Like Jamie,
bro.
he would just lay on us the game plan. All right, so and so called me. We're going in here. Like, who wants to roll? I got 4 seats, and it's just like that's. We would all just all right, yeah, like
So
we're
good.
gonna go. So
That's
and then we
pretty
just didn't
sick.
know we'd end up here because yeah, like he said, I think Kelly just asked him the day he seen him at
That
the
sounds
barracks.
a lot like the Florida story out here from like Lenosi and Reynolds and a lot of those guys where they all came flooding over here together,
right.
you know. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a Florida migration
I
thing.
think that's why
Pretty
Andrew
much.
was like.
Pretty much.
I've heard
Pretty
Andrew
much.
talk about it where he's like, when I seen Jamie with his posse, he was like, it was like us. So
That's
I think that's
exactly-
why he fucked with it so hard, you know?
Yeah.
Like I've heard him bring it up since, and I'm like, well, that's good that you did. And you didn't
Yeah.
think we were all like annoying for being around or
It's
whatever,
rad.
you know?
It's rad to see all
So-
your guys' success, man.
Yeah, dude.
It's super
Yo,
sick.
fuck, yeah, it's great to have you guys here. Thank God
Dude.
you guys made that mission and came all the way out here. We're jeez, really needed this one.
But it's like
Really.
everybody, right? It's like you know? I mean, a kid from Victorville, right? Like just
Yeah.
made his way down here and
Got dropped off on Andrew's front porch. He wasn't even home, and I was 14. I'm like, damn it, I'm fucked. I'm so scared right now. I'm
It's like
14 in Hollywood, right
it's
on
like before
Sunset
cell
Boulevard.
phones and shit.
Oh, before all that,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
I was like, he said he was gonna be here.
But then he showed up shortly after.
I was there for like 2-3 hours, and then
Okay.
Oh, this is before like cell phone shit.
yeah, before cell phones,
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
chilling there, and I know my favorite skater, so I see he comes by in a Cadillac, turns on his light to find his little clicker for the thing,
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
like, Andrew Reynolds.
He's here.
He's here. So I had to give it some time. I was like thinking, I'm like, all right, he's probably getting out of his car right now. He's giving me that. He's probably walking. Probably, you know what I mean? Because I had buzzed up to get in the house, and Greco kept answering and being like, Andrew's not here, and kept hanging up, you know?
Like, who is this kid?
Who the fuck is this kid here?
Wait, how did you get to that point though? He saw your tape and he was like, "Hey, come over to the house."
Yeah. He had seen my tape and was like, "Yeah, we'll go skate." And then everyone told me it was such a lie, but I was like, I have an address.
That's legit.
Yeah, I was like, I had a phone number too, but I didn't have a cell phone. I could have went
That
to
is
like a
a
pay
payphone.
phone real quick and done that.
And he said to go to just meet him at the house at a certain
Hey,
time.
I'll come out this weekend and we'll go skate. And I was like, I'm definitely coming out this weekend. And there were some girls that were all going to LA to like Friday night party from the shop. And I was like, it's right off Sunset. It's right by the place you guys are going.
Wow.
So they gave me a ride and just dropped me off. And it was like, well, I really hope it works out because I was just stuck in Hollywood at 14 by myself
Wow.
Oh,
with a
my.
backpack.
That's what
and a
happens when you take those
skateboard.
risks, though, bro.
Oh,
That's
you
what-
had
It's
to,
so
yeah.
necessary.
It
you
was
know?
so necessary. And it's funny, too, because Jim kept, I called up like maybe 3 times, kept to bug him and be like, hey, can I come up? Andrew's expecting me. The conversation never went that far. It was always just like, nope, not here, bye. So I really had to wait for Andrew to get up there because I didn't want to piss Andrew off, piss Jim off again, right?
Right.
And it's so funny because I finally get up in the house, and as soon as I walked in that front door of their apartment, right there where the little call box was a huge box that said Bryan Herman on it. And I'm like, fuck, he was totally expecting me, you know?
Your name's right there.
Right fucking there.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. It was pretty.
Have you ever told Jim the story? Be like, dude, remember the fucking time you wouldn't let me
I
up?
don't know. I might have told him before. Maybe I didn't. I don't know.
That's funny.
How did the week go?
That's funny.
Obviously, it went well, but like, did
That
you
was
go
the
to
same
spots?
weekend that I did the 5-0 on that rail at San Vicente, and it was in Dustin Dolan's video part in Trans World.
Wait, the 5-0
That
in
was
San
the-
Vicente.
Oh! Yeah, Dustin Dolan's Trans World part, he had like a trick from each Baker Am in there.
Was that the one that
what
Jeff
video is
Jeff
that?
Swiss frontside flipped over?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that
Yeah.
What was for San Vicente?
It's like a steep, like spanky. What did he do on it? He did.
Spanky did a back flip or a back 5-0. I don't know. He did something.
He did something
like
in Paul's part.
Paul's part, yeah. Back salad, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
But yeah, so the weekend went great. I mean, I got to film a Beagle cruise, but
And then-
it just drop off.
Dream
Boom,
come
you-
true.
The beginning of a
We all
beautiful
have a
friendship.
crazy adventure, you know.
Yeah.
Did you get on the team that weekend, or did you just keep coming out and trying to do things?
I kept coming out, but I think I got arrested like
Oh yeah.
2 months after that. So
What do you
it was
Oh
pretty
yeah,
quick.
that's
And then I was in that place for 3.5 months.
that's right.
I remember you talking
You were
about
talking,
this.
yeah.
Other
I
night-
think you
other
said it
episode.
on your night, other show.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, wait, refresh. What?
I was like I said, I was 14,
Yeah.
and I was just 14 running around LA, living in Victorville. I mean, it's in our days, we all know that wasn't really that crazy, but it's like obviously being young like that didn't really help me out. So when I got in trouble for trespassing and vandalism, skateboarding,
Right.
they were like, "Where's your mom?" And I was like, "Victorville," and they were like, "Nope, done, hell no."
Oh, you're
They
like too
look-
far from home at that age.
Yeah, too far from home at that age without your parents,
Mm.
And so they looked at me as like a runaway and like all this crazy stuff, and yeah, and then like the judge looked at me as like vandalism and trespassing. Oh, this kid's horrible.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, in other words, I was skating. I was
Yeah,
a
yeah.
skateboard,
Let me explain to you.
Yeah, like let me explain to you. And obviously when you're 14, you don't get to explain shit to the judge. You always have like a someone
Right.
representing you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What spot was it?
what was crazy is that
Okay.
I lost. I was like, I'm screwed. I lost this connection with my favorite skaters, But they actually came and visited me.
Wow.
Really?
Jim and Andrew came and they're at the Vans.
That's so sick.
Yeah, they came and tried to give me a skateboard and stuff, and they were like, "No, he doesn't have that shit in here,"
Wow.
But it was chill. Yeah, no, it was
This
chill.
was
It
like
mainly-
juvenile hall or something? It
At
was like
first,
a-
it was juvenile hall, and then
Right.
then they sent me to a group home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Crazy.
That's insane, dude.
But then you
Yeah.
got out and it was all good.
kind of. A little bit.
I will say this. I said to you earlier, if people watching, if they haven't seen Brian's episode, go watch it.
It's really
it
good.
is that's a wild ride you had, or you've
I don't even
been
know.
having.
Like I told them earlier, I haven't seen it yet. So
Well, we're gonna watch it right now. We'll watch it right now.
No,
It's 2 hours. We're gonna have a good time. No, but it's great though. I think you guys. I mean, congrats on everything. Like Hours Is Yours, which is such a great name. I think I like the HY. Wait, Hours, HIY, HY.
Yeah, it's a HY.
HY.
Yeah.
Like it's a good little logo and everything. No, but congrats. It's awesome. Dude, your new shoe looks great.
Thanks, dude.
By the way,
Yeah, we
I'm gonna
appreciate that.
have to get a pair of that. I'll
We
tell
got
you my address after the show.
He's got you.
I got you. No worries. Yeah.
No, but it's great. It's great. I love to see the success, and I love to see that keep on. In the Herman 3, I'm gonna need that too.
It's a good one.
I might just
Actually, funny thing is, I just tried that one out for the first time today at Baker Boys.
really.
Yeah.
You just skated in that for the first time.
today. Yeah.
How did what?
I liked it.
Yeah?
I think the sample's a little too big for my foot, so I had a little problem with like
Okay.
my been like a half size too big.
Yeah.
They still work though. So
Do you
it's nice.
like a tight shoe, or do you like a little bit of room in there? You like to wiggle around a little bit?
tight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it to be okay.
Tight shoe.
what
Yeah.
size shoe you wearing?
8.
8.
Oh,
Oh yeah, so
shit.
you're saying
Same
size 8
as my
board?
board.
Yeah.
8 board, 8 shoe.
Oh,
It's like
wow.
a fucking snake.
Snake year.
It's the year of the serpent, right?
Is it 8/8?
Serpiente.
I don't know. Am I tripping?
It is
Ah.
year of the snake.
See.
How do you know?
See.
that?
Yeah, how do you know?
Because I pay attention.
I was gonna say, you guys, you
I
guys
learn
are
more
living
about
under a
dubs on
rock.
every episode. It's
You
crazy.
guys are living under a rock over here. Come
I'm
on.
sorry.
I was like, pay attention. I like that answer, dude.
Thank you, bro.
That's
I
super
appreciate
good.
it.
Solid answer.
You guys are funny, man.
Yeah.
But this has been great, dude. Jacuzzi, congrats on all that stuff, and the new shoe that by the time this episode comes out, that's going to be out in skate shops and online
Yeah,
and
dude.
everywhere you're going to get shoes.
This colorway, this is for summer, I believe.
Oh,
But this
okay.
is
So we got the.
colorway.
Is that brown or is
Yeah,
that a
it's like
burgundy?
burgundy. Let me pull
I
it
like
up.
that.
You got any
though.
white
I like that
pairs?
too.
Not yet. We
You guys don't even have white
pairs
shoes, dog.
White-
that's
white-
like
white-
that's my
this is
favorite,
good.
dude.
Yeah?
Yeah, white. I just wear white shoes all the time usually.
This is looking good. What about flavors? What about colors for the Herman 3?
We got
These are
this
the only ones I've
cashmere.
seen
Yeah,
so
just
far.
the cashmere one and then a black one. Solid
Oh,
black.
it's all black.
Yeah.
Black sole, black panels.
Black sole, black. Yeah,
Sick.
black panels.
Okay.
I skated this color today though.
What's
Nice,
this shoe
dude.
called?
That's
Skylight.
The Skylight.
Skylight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah, I just learned about that one at the trade show.
Yeah. So that one got designed from Jisun Lee Art, one of our designers.
Bryans, too.
Wait,
I think he
G-Son?
turned his G code.
Yeah.
Does he sound familiar?
Is he from or lived in San Diego for a long time?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Maybe. Okay,
Sure.
I don't know.
But yeah, he did a really good job on designing that one for
Yeah,
us.
this is a good shoe, bro.
The one you got on looks like, it's like a dress shoe almost because of the quality of the was it leather? It looks buttery, dude.
It's buttery, dude. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty buttery.
Yes.
That's a
It's
clean one,
pretty
man.
buttery.
Is
Yeah,
that one
it's,
out now? Is that the old one?
This one, yeah. This one
The
we just
original
released.
code remake, right?
Yeah, this is the original code remake. This was like we had a Matrix feel going with that whole line that we did last. It was all black.
Mm.
Most
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
I
line
remember
was
that one.
blacked out. And
This
Kinda.
one, I like this. I'm
Yeah.
not a slip-on guy, but this is nice. I like the color.
right.
It's like a burnt
Yeah, I think it's
brown or burgundy. It's like a deep. I don't know. It's really. I like it. I'm gonna have to get these two.
Yeah.
It's a lot of.
We got 'em.
I need the
Got
whole
'em for
line.
you.
Oh, send the whole line.
I'm gonna send you my sponsor.
That would be
video.
great. Oh, I'll take it.
You're
yeah.
gonna review it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Review
Yeah, I'll
it.
get back to
Perfect.
you.
Review.
Go ahead and
He's
review
gonna
that.
review it.
Review that.
Bro,
I like the
I'm telling
review
you,
part.
dude. No, this has
The
been
review.
amazing, dude. And thank you, Brian, for making the trek down here.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, no
we
problem. Appreciate you
that.
guys
Yeah,
having
man.
us.
Yeah.
And listen, you got to skate with P Rod today.
Yeah, I know. That was
what a-
epic. That was sick.
Amazing, dude.
I was cruising. Yeah, I told you guys about it. I didn't need to tell the people watching, but yeah,
Yeah.
I was skating for a little bit. He showed up, and then I just sat back and watched the glory of like the bows crushing it. Like
so sick.
solid frontside flips. Switch tray, the set first go.
So
man,
sick.
just beautiful.
Was anybody else skating there today?
Ish was there for a while.
Ish
Got to
Cepeda.
see
Nice,
Ish. Yeah,
okay.
that was sick. Who else was
Shane
there?
wasn't there.
No,
Everybody
Shane
was
today.
okay.
Usually
Does the-
we'll catch a Shane.
The
but
boss gets in there.
I hit up
From time
Drew.
to time,
I hit
yeah.
up Drew. Didn't get to see it. Andrew's session
Okay.
this time.
Beagle was up there, right?
Beagle was up there. Yeah.
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 Shout out to
Solid.
Beagle.
Dang, I'm trying to kind of drawing a blank on who was there today, but yeah, there's some bros there.
I got the privilege of filming with Beagle one time for the I think it was the shrimp lump video.
Yeah, I remember.
I got a
He's
clip at the beach.
Yeah, the chick over here.
That's right.
And I had never experienced a filmer like that in my life. It was glorious.
It's an experience.
That's
He's
great.
in front of me, right? And I throw down to do a fakie. I don't even remember what I did. Whatever. Fakie crook.
Yeah.
Fakie front crook.
Yeah.
The corner of my eye, I see Beagle. He goes down, camera up, this arm up. And he's in a squat mode with this arm straight. And I lost it. I lost it. I couldn't do what I wanted to
How do
do.
you expect me to do a fake you front crook if this is happening?
This is what I see out of the corner of my eyes. I loved every minute of it though.
Yeah.
Once I saw that and then
Thrill seek.
I had to get used to it, you know.
So sick.
But then I saw him there's a guy that was like, he found a cigarette and he was like lighting it up, kind of a, kind of dirty guy, bum maybe, a homeless guy.
Yeah.
But I saw Beagle then put his camera up in there and then he held his hand so the guy, he was blocking the wind. And I'm like, this is how
Such a
Beagle
gentleman. Yeah.
gets all the shots.
Yeah.
Like I saw everything that day. I loved it. I just thought I'd share that with you guys.
The thing about Beagle, it's funny because he talked about that set where you brought us to a skate spot, and I had no idea that.
Dude, yeah, that story's trippy actually,
Wait,
even
tell
thinking
me.
back. So when I first moved out here, like 2013, I think, we were skating, what's the
Cherry
name of that
Park
skate
or where
park?
we
No,
were
there's a
skating?
skate park. It's got graffiti everywhere in like north side of Long Beach. I don't know. It's got like a bowl and,
Yeah.
what
I
I'm
don't know. I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
I think dudes
yeah.
have filmed tricks in there. It's
Oh,
like
yeah,
kind of
yeah, I
an
know what
alley
you're
park.
talking about, yeah,
So
yeah.
we were at that skate park, went across the street to 7-Eleven, and I'm in line at 7-Eleven buying like water or something, and I just get like a tap on the shoulder, and I turn around and it's like out of a movie. It's Beagle, and I've never seen. I'm like 19 years old or something, and I'm like never been around pros or whatever. Just moved out here, and Beagle's like, "Hey, sorry to bother you. Like, do you know where this spot is? We know it's around here. I don't really have like a pin." And it was this bump to hydrant spot everybody was skating around the time. It was like a green electric box and then this bump to hydrant. And we had just skated it like a week earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, I know where that is. Like, I'm like looking at him like crazy. I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh, cool. Like, yeah, did you drive here? And like, we were about to just go home. Like, you know what I mean? I was in the car with the homies.
So this is
and we
the
were about to-
Florida boys.
Yeah, we were about to
chilling.
go home, and no, this is before Foy. It was like some other homies I was
Oh,
here
okay.
with. He had
Alright.
not got out here yet.
Alright.
But I got in the car, and I was like, "Bro, the skate tank is following us to this bump
skate
hydrant.
tank.
We're going there now."
skate tank.
So we were
This
like,
shit got
and I didn't
real.
know, but it was just you and Atiba and Bryan when we got there.
Yeah.
Like you guys pull up, and he was like, "Oh, thanks, dog," and he gave us a Shake Junk shirt. Actually, it was like the "What's Up Haters."
No
And
way.
I remember we were there and we were like, what do we do? Do we skate? Like, we didn't even have intentions of skating here. We didn't really, I was just like watching Bryan film a line and I was like, this is so weird.
Wow.
But they were like fully, Atiba was shooting and like.
Were we skating with like Marquise or someone too? Maybe.
I don't
Marquise
remember. Dude, I
Preston?
swear it was only you trying to line though. There might have been somebody lingering in the van,
Skating
but like
solo?
we were like really trying to be like not in your shit. But we just took you guys to the spot because Beagle was like, yeah, we'll follow you there. I was like, okay, I guess
Yeah,
we're going.
and I
there
remember
now.
going to that spot, and I'm like, "You're the one that got us." Like, you're the
Yeah,
one that
dude.
brought
And
us
you were trying to back three. You were doing a trick on the box and then
Trying
back,
to
three. And then
which would
we
never have happened. There's no way I was gonna do that. There was no
Not a
way.
back three. Yeah.
No,
We saw you do a back three in your part baker three down like a switch front slip up and the back three down the stair.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
like
Little
I
one
got
foot kind
lucky.
of.
Yeah, I got lucky on that one.
I could just picture Beagle like, oh shit, there's a skater right there. Let's go
Yeah,
ask him.
right.
You know?
It's so scary. Like, no.
In
It
the
was-
7-Eleven.
Yeah,
Like
dude,
go
for
in
sure.
the 7-Eleven.
oh, hey, what's up, dog?
I've told both of you guys that story, and like Beagle doesn't remember it at all, but you
I remember
like,
skating the spot. and
Yeah.
yeah, we
But
didn't.
we were all awkward, just like, what do we stay? Do we leave? Do we skate? Do we not skate? It was just so like,
I love that.
I was fanning out watching, and then yeah, Beagle gave us this like "What's Up Haters" shirt, and we just like, I forget what we did. I feel like we pinned it to our wall or something. Like we were just like the Shake Judge shirt that we got
Beagle
from
is a
those dudes.
legend.
Like,
I feel like everybody's got a Beagle story. Like
Yeah.
everybody, he's like the Tom Penny of the modern day. Like everybody's got a Beagle story. Like just watching him like covering the wind with the camera so the guy could light the cigarette. I'm like, that's how he got. This is how he does it. He has all the B-roll.
Yeah, he won't fail.
He
He'll
doesn't
just
fail.
Keep it. Yeah, he keeps it Beagle out there.
I just love the fact he grew up skating Murdy skate park.
Yeah.
Like that park, if you've ever been there, it is funny. It's
a treat.
It's a little park. And he skated the other park sometimes, like the main park.
Right.
But just skating that place was like, it's just so random. It's
Well, yeah,
pretty tight.
and the funny thing is, Murdy was like the same size as the OG Huntington Park.
Oh yeah.
It was just made so crazy.
Yeah,
the way that it was, the way that
Funny.
Shout out to Murdy Park though. It
Shout
was
out to
fun.
Murdy Park,
It
yeah.
was fun. Or it is fun.
was-
Still there, right?
that might be the only one that's still there. Yeah.
Like, yeah, damn, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
And then the Huntington Beach Park's gone.
Yeah, that was
That was a sick spot.
that
I
thing
love
was,
that
that thing was
spot.
about as big as his table.
It was, yeah.
Tiny.
I know, and I think about it sometimes. I'm like, you could probably replicate that pretty easy in your backyard somewhere.
For sure,
You know what I
right?
mean? Yeah,
that
you
would be
could easily
really
could.
sick, dude.
Dude, we could replicate it right over there.
You might be able to put it in the kitchen over here.
Yeah, 100%.
Damn, that place was.
I remember being younger, not even being a skater. I used to actually ride BMX back then and watch the skate park get built. And I used to watch dudes rip that park up. And it was probably pro skaters,
Yeah.
But
I remember seeing Dustin Dolan there when I was like in 5th grade, a long time ago, and he was just like this dude with his hoodie on, tied up, and he would talk to anyone and he was just ripping.
really,
And I was like, who is this random dude? And then
Wow.
lo and behold, it came, started seeing my videos.
those were his stereo days, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Solid.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
This has been incredible. Be here.
All right,
we need to
guys.
get more coffee for you, dude, so you could drive.
I've got a
home.
long drive.
Yeah,
Yeah. We are trying to wait out the Friday night traffic.
That's
though.
right. That's right. And I
Yeah.
think we're doing a good job, dude.
What is
But
it, 8
we know
o'clock?
we need to. Can we get him some 9 Club stuff to take home? We'll fill it up with coffee,
Do you want-
stuff like
okay.
that. If you don't mind, yeah.
What size you guys?
Large.
What size
XL.
Large.
Largest?
I'm an XL.
XL?
Yeah, typically.
Make sure you grab some bolts.
Thank you,
Kelly.
dude.
Some what?
Bolts.
We are on the Bolt Company.
Yeah,
We're on.
I already told him about the Bolt Company. What we were talking about this last night too when we were watching your Baker 3 part. But what the video that you started all the table lines,
Yeah.
the table section.
Stay
Stay
gold.
gold.
Yeah,
Stay gold.
yeah.
We pull that up, JC, bro. To stay gold.
Stay gold.
Were
That was
you-
right after I broke my leg. That was the first video part I filmed.
That was it?
after. Yeah.
Were you just in? And we probably talked about this on your show, so I apologize, people out there that have heard this. But were you just like on the school session tip, or were
I
you
lived
just
across the street from that school. The one
Okay.
that was on Sunset.
Yep.
The Sunset spot. Where was it?
Next to Guitar Center. I forget
the
the
one
name
right
of
by
it.
Guitar Center. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right on the top of my head. I don't, Gardner.
Yes.
Gardner.
Oh yeah, Gardner.
Yeah.
So you were just
And this was right by my house as well. I used to live on Sunset and Vine. And I used to just
Mm.
do this all the time. Actually, and I don't
Really?
I wouldn't nose manual it all the time, but I'd go down
right.
the block.
Wait, didn't you have that pharmacy that was right there?
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Is
still
it
there.
still
We
there?
still have the pharmacy.
Nice.
Yeah, it's sad with that. I mean, we've been kind of getting pushed around with the building because they keep selling the building and stuff
Right.
like that, and they keep putting us in like a worse and worse building that needs like repair and shit. So
Right.
it's been a nightmare with that. Hopefully things work out. But
Yeah.
if they kick us out, we're probably gonna end up just cruising.
Yeah, you guys been there for a while now.
Yeah, 2009.
2009.
Damn,
Wow.
dude.
Oh wait, 2010. Yeah, 2010.
Still, man, it's a
Yeah,
long
15
time.
years. Great.
So so you were just skating the schoolyards. It wasn't a thought out thing like, oh, we're gonna open this part and it's all gonna be like school.
No, actually, I wasn't jumping off a lot of stuff back then at all because my leg was still really hurting a lot.
Oh, thanks, Kelly.
Like I just had that weird feel, and so I was using a lot of this as like just kind of like I was skating a lot of stuff, and I figured, okay, maybe I just bring it to something a little bit bigger that's able to film on and get clips.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
This
and
shit
that's
was
where
so-
that's
this
that's
shit was
where it
so
all
raw.
came up.
You were just rehabbing with the
I
tables.
was rehabbing with the table,
But it
yeah.
worked out so well.
Dude.
Like you couldn't
yeah.
have planned it any better, you know?
No, and
Yeah,
I
it's, like,
don't
iconic.
think I knew that this was all coming together as we were filming either, because we were filmed a lot of these table lines and I didn't think they were all going to be used together. Like I remember this line, we filmed it and I wasn't like, hey, we're going to get this line real quick. We just kind of filmed it,
Yeah.
you know? And
Right.
then so yeah, obviously a lot of these ones I tried to get. I remember this was actually so hard to do. I don't even know.
Oh,
why.
really
yeah.
is hard to do.
That one was really hard.
What's funny
That
about-
was harder to do than the
God.
switch front heel and the nollie heel.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, switch front side flip's harder to
You have
get
to-
up and
Yeah,
over.
yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that.
It's got to pop. Yeah.
Switch front heel, you could like throw.
You could huck it over a little
Right.
bit. Yeah, it's true.
Not that it's easy, but
No.
But I mean, even if you look at it, like a lot of this is all the same day,
Yeah.
I was gonna
yeah.
say, like, is this really was a lot
or
of it the same-
relatively close to
Yeah.
that day, but
Yeah.
that day.
You'd like go get food, come back or something.
That's what I mean. I would just get
Yeah.
so hyped. Like I was right there across this, like right
Right.
by this school. And then the other one that we were skating was Selma. So this is Gardner, and then the other one was Selma.
Right.
And I lived right down the street from Selma, right off Hollywood Boulevard.
Gotcha.
So I mean, this was over a longer period of time, and I'd move around once in a while. But we'd always kind of lived next to these spots.
I mean, dude, this became like iconic for
it
people
totally-
from my generation.
Yeah.
Like,
Straight up.
do you remember
And then that.
Yeah, I got
Tyshawn's
lucky on
part
that.
in that last Supreme video? Like a couple years ago, he does like the all intro with like the New York cans. where
Oh
he's, like,
yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He has said, like he's spoken out, being like, yeah, it was my Bryan Herman picnic table. Like it was
Yeah, he was inspired by
that.
this.
Right.
I thought
that's
everybody
amazing.
wanted to see this kind of skating, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna get sponsored by. They're gonna kick me off America if I don't do this type of jumping and shit, you know."
Yeah, yeah.
But I loved skating tables because
Yeah.
when we grew up, I mean, the Rodney Mullen versus Day One song flooded with table stuff, you know. So I grew up in love with tables.
Yeah.
It's been around me forever. And then being from Victorville, you don't have really any tables. You get like, I don't even think we had plastic ones that were the mesh plastic ones. We never had no tables like
the
that.
mesh.
Right.
I always tripped on those ones.
You know
People
what I
would
mean?
still
With the
skate
whole-
like
with the
nose
whole
Arm
blunting.
toe with
Yeah.
nose blown them
Yeah,
and
like
stuff.
how does that work? Yeah.
Interesting, yeah.
A lot of wax.
I love the Florida boys. They're so good at skating rails that they just went to that spot and it hooked me out with
Zion
the back.
and Gage,
Yeah,
they
Oh,
hit
really?
the back-to-back tributes.
So
for
legit.
those
That's
tricks.
sick.
Yeah, that was.
Dude, that thing was massive.
That thing's super big. I
That-
remember going there. I was like, wow.
It's like
Dude,
you
I
walk down the
forgot I had a
stairs
clip.
and then walk for a little
For
bit
days, yeah.
and then go down 2 stairs.
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
that was pretty tough right there too. That one.
It does have perfect runway for
yeah,
it.
the runway's ideal.
Was
Yeah.
the ground nice to slide out on?
Fucking
Like you wouldn't
perfect.
get cut up too
Nah,
bad.
you wouldn't get
Kind
sliced
of what I
up.
always
Slide
imagined
out.
it was like.
Yeah, you get that little bit of
Was that Holmes?
Forgiveness.
Oh, that was Holmes.
yeah, a little bit of forgiveness.
Telling you, man.
Yeah, I don't know. This was right after I broke my leg, so this was probably one of my favorite video parts at the end
It's
of the day.
it's incredible, bro.
Woo!
That was like with some filmer wheels. The ground was
That was
The
so
filmer
nutty.
wheels?
yeah, like the soft.
Yeah, no, it's
softies.
just crazy. You would do a flip trick with something like that.
Just
It's hard.
because of the landing, probably.
I like that Phelps being there, hyping that up. See that arm in the back? He was pumping that switch front heel up. Boom.
Oh, okay.
That's the Phelps arm right there.
Damn.
Piece.
That's not a small rail.
Yeah, it's a
Rainy that day. Dustin had the generator, and he was so obviously it was the daytime. He didn't need a generator out, but he had the generator with the exhaust, like
Really?
blowing the. Yeah, you can see on the ground. It's all.
Yeah, trying to dry it.
See how it's dry just there,
okay.
just where you land. It's dry just there. Everywhere else is wet. Because it's so he. You know how it is when you want to get a trick. You're like, dude, we gotta get
Oh,
this
yeah, yeah,
trick.
yeah.
Yeah, I
for
think
sure.
Beagle dropped the Beagle tapes on this one, and I was like tripping on the whole sesh. I was like, they went there. It's like wet. Like he's trying this trick.
Dude.
And
Yeah.
then after this, the Bursey,
we did not care.
Dude.
the hard flip.
5 block?
Bursey, bro.
So sick, dude.
Yeah, it's like you go on the trip and you're in France. And like you have to do something like that, or else you're not going to France again.
That was your
It's your
mindset.
last chance. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Did you really feel pressure like that? Like at that age or at that time?
I looked at it a lot like that. Yeah, I was like, if I don't do something good, like why would I invite myself back? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I looked at it from that way, because I seen how I would just see it as standing back and being like, wow, that like they really like that guy, and it's like, what is he doing? Like, yeah, he's doing the shit that you want to be doing.
Yeah.
You want to be. So I was like, this is gonna be pretty easy, hopefully.
Right.
In my eyes, I just looked at it as like we're skating, and getting as many tricks as we can, and if you
Yeah.
do that, you're gonna probably go around the world. You know what I mean? Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Totally.
And it
Yeah.
kind of worked out, yeah.
I mean, it worked out beautifully.
I love you have
Yeah.
the table part and then you got the the big shit after.
Dude, honestly, with the amount that big shit, I was like, I don't even have a full video part. But with the tables, it made it work.
Yeah.
But people talk about the
Straight up.
tables more.
Yeah, the
than
tables
anything.
gave me,
It
the tables
really
gave me
stood
way
out.
more love than
That was a
anything.
highlight for sure. All day.
Yeah.
I mean, it was different at the time. It stood out. in
I
the
think it was-
video.
Well, especially for him because we weren't used to seeing that.
Mhm.
And then once you put it down, it was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Another running a photo without it being done yet? The nollie tray flip.
Oh, at the 12 stair.
They ran.
That was like landed, but not landed. The one that was on the cover.
Well, you did it absolutely perfect in the
you made
freaking
up
like
for it.
like literally couldn't have done any better.
Yeah, the one on the cover, I like landed, swirled out, put my hands down, did all that stuff. Didn't fall, but
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
good
It
enough
wasn't-
for the photo. Good
wasn't-
enough for the photo, right?
Wasn't up to your standard.
No, but I remember they were saying like, oh, we might put that on the cover. I was like, I need to go there and get that now before it goes out.
Now the pressure's on.
Yeah, it's like, it has to happen.
I think you thrive off of pressure, though. It seems like that's been it's
I
worked
know,
out for you.
It's like that uncomfortable feeling where you're like, I don't want to be here. I'm gonna get myself out of here right now. We gotta
handle this.
get out of here.
We got to check it out here. She's pulling it up. We got to see the cover. Yeah.
How many covers you had?
Can you
Like
there you
maybe
go.
3, 4.
Oh, what was it? Was Thrasher any of them?
Thrasher one, yeah.
Transworld.
Transworld, that one.
Damn.
Yeah, that day they were working out really good, but we got kicked out.
Oh.
Got kicked out of there.
That nollie tray and then Paul's nollie hard flip is one of the best nollie.
The nollie
flips.
hard flip is the best, and then he's
It's-
getting hosed down
Yeah.
afterwards.
Oh yeah, that little hater ass dude.
P-Rod's got the best nollie hard flip.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't realize that was nollie tray.
Yeah,
See?
right. It looks like a kickflip.
It looks like a shifty kickflip or something.
That's
Just
a
a
catch right
badass
there.
nollie tray. So dope.
I didn't really care. I was like, oh, it's dope anyway. It doesn't matter what it is. It's fucking sick.
I don't know. I did kickflip it that day.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just kickflip pin called nollie tray.
switched
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
Dude, good stuff, dude. John, dude, thank
Dude,
you
thanks
so
for having
much,
us.
bro. Of
Yeah,
course,
thank you.
dude.
Yeah,
Brian,
thank you.
for sure. Let me give it. Whoa! You're you love product, don't you?
I mean, yeah, why not?
We have a bunch of stuff here. I'm just going to give you a couple things
like
really
it.
quickly. Here's a little 9 Club shirt for you, dude.
That's probably.
We didn't have any XL
available.
really back there, so I just grabbed 2 large. You
All
can
right,
grab
we got a
stuff.
bunch of shit.
Yeah, it's
bro.
all good.
This
We can
is
grab it
just
in the other room.
all, you
Yeah.
know, so we
Damn,
can
you
show.
guys got
Yeah,
new
100%
Yeah, we got
cotton
sick.
too. Made in
Boom.
Nicaragua.
Yeah,
this
this
is
is-
gonna be nice.
This is all available on the 9club.com. Okay,
Wow.
just so
Love it,
if you
man.
want to go in there, and then like I said, coffee,
Oh, dude.
bro. The
No
Yeti.
way.
This fits in the cup
Really?
holder. Yes, dude.
Blowing minds.
Look at that.
Yeah, dude, I'm going home clean.
That
tonight,
is
dude.
beautiful.
It's gonna be hot
dude.
after 2 hours.
I
Getting
love
still
hot
hot.
For
The
days.
last one you guys gave me
Yeah.
from when I was here, I left it at a fucking spot.
Well, guess what, man?
Don't tell them that, dude. They're not gonna give you another one.
You know
What
what,
do you
Brian?
mean?
You
You're
got it,
right,
dude.
bro. You
But I
very-
was using it and I lost it.
Yeah, but you're very you didn't take
really
care of it.
neglected
You
it
didn't,
on
you didn't
purpose.
take care of
Yeah.
it, bro. Here you go, Brian. Here, you take that. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude,
I was
There's
just giving
another
it to
one,
my
John.
boy right
There's
here.
another one.
clutch, dude.
Hook 'em up.
These are so close.
And I got to tell you guys, bro, we started our nuts and bolts company. We've got the biggest team in the industry, ever for a
Ever.
skateboard company. Everybody that's been on our show, whether they like it or not, is on the team. This is your first package. Okay. Now, I know you got Shake Junt, but Shane Heil, he's on the team too. He's
Okay.
been on the show numerous times. He's on the nuts and bolts team as well.
wow.
There's your first box.
This is sick. I really like
John
this.
Dilo,
Dude.
nuts and bolts.
You should take them out and start looking like, dude, these are really good.
Bro, they're the best bolts on the market.
What did you do to these?
As
Like,
they should,
whoa,
Kelly.
dude.
As he should.
Yeah,
They're the
yeah,
best
yeah.
bolts
I
on
wanna
the
see
market.
how they screw.
Yeah.
man.
Incredible, man. Thank
Bro,
you.
of course, dude. And that, like I said, there's more where that came from, but bolts last a long time. So maybe in a year, come back, we'll get another 2 packages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah.
though.
Sounds
No,
like a
I-
plan.
People-
I could see that.
Sounds like a
We
plan.
talked about
do a
abusing
lot.
product earlier.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I know.
So
Abusive
just
product.
make them.
I think I still
Make
have
'em
all the
last.
product I ever got from my companies. That's how much I've done.
You're the
Like I fucking hoarded
Yeah.
every single bit.
you're the perfect writer for
Like,
nuts and bolts.
It's funny because I think if I go through my stuff, I might find the 9 Club beanie that I got from you guys last time,
Let me tell you something.
and I have it nicely stashed away because I do that shit for some
love it.
reason. I don't know
Take
why.
that beanie, bro. Put it on. Go out and skate, man.
If I lose it, then I won't have a memory of when I came on the show last time.
So,
But you got the
Not
nuts
only-
and bolts now.
Watch the episode. You can remember it all.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I probably won't see this one either. I'll be honest with you.
It is hard to watch your own interview thing for sure.
Yeah, I don't really want to hear what I have to say.
Well,
I
you
know exactly what
You've
I
lived
think
it.
about it all the time.
This I don't know. Has anyone? I don't know why, but you remind me of Matthew McConaughey.
Sick.
Have you?
That is sick.
I don't know why.
I think it's on some of the delivery on some of the.
Yeah, I don't know what it. Yeah, maybe delivery, but it's pretty tight.
he extends his words a little
Yeah.
bit. You know what I'm saying, man?
Just trying to, hey.
All you need to say is, I'm just living, man. L-I-V-I-N.
Just living. Sometimes you gotta just live, man.
There we go.
I don't really do a good Matthew McConaughey, but
It's all
maybe
right. Dude.
naturally I do.
Thank you guys so much for coming on the show.
Yeah.
Doors
Dude,
always
thank you
open,
guys.
John. Thank you
Seriously.
so much.
Thank you guys for having us.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
Till
another
next
shoe
time.
company so I can come back on again.
Yeah, dude.
See?
Always open. Doors always open.
Guys, start another shoe company. Have me on.
Gotta drive out here, dude.
Appreciate
That
it.
was
guys.
Shit.
fucking amazing.
Thanks, dude.
Yes, dude.